Brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Kick off the ground by Dukas, it's a goal!
The Vet Group.
Porter left foot snap it, goal, and there's Barrymore first.
Gleason Real Estate.
It's a goal, and it's another one.
And member for South West Coast, Roma Britnell. Game day on Fitz Media Live.
And welcome to Wdfnl Game Day Live on Fitz Media. We're here down at the Timboon Recreation Reserve. I'm Paul Walker. Got Simon Harkness joining me in the van today. We got Liam Fitzgerald in the back. This early season final between 7th place Timboon, the 4th place Nirranda. Both teams are coming into this game, Simon. 2 wins and 2 losses.
Yeah, it should be a good test for, in particular for Timboon. Good measuring stick sort of game to see where they're at. They're sort of an up and coming young team, whereas Nirranda are the old heads, and been there, done that, as we all know.
That's it. Timboon sitting 7th. Play this ground really, really well. It's you come to Timboon and walk away with 4 points. You've worked hard. While Nirranda, the last year's premiers, look to back to be near full strength. There's still a couple of missing, but their early season form started with 2 losses and a close loss to Russell's Creek at the Reed under lights. And they've won the last 2 games. Should be a cracking game, Simon.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to a few players. In particular, got Nick Thompson and for Timboon coming in, and then
yeah,
we've got
I heard that.
Big Whop for Nirranda coming across from Simpson.
Yeah,
earlier
okay.
In the year, so looking forward to Big Whopper Harding.
Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup. We've done Nirranda once this year, first round, and we've done Panmure. I was very impressed at a couple of players. I hadn't seen them before. Bailey Thompson out at Panmure, and Jack Matthews in the ruck. He looked like he toiled really hard. And I believe he's only young.
Yeah, he's only a young fella. He's a young electrical apprentice. He's a good lad. Young Jack likes to have a bit of a laugh, and Sticks, or Bailey Thompson rather, he's got super pace. So hopefully he can get out the back today, and they won't be able to catch him.
Pace to burn, and I said in the broadcast of the Panmure game, I reckon he'll take Mark of the Year too. He has this happy knack of. He looks like he got a pretty good spring.
Yeah, he's pretty lean, and he's definitely come back. He was playing here as a junior. He's come back with a bit more spring in his steps, so might be a good call there, mate.
Where did he come back from?
He was up in Ballarat playing for the Lakers, and then he's also spent a bit of time training with Essendon VFL, and I think it was Williamstown VFL.
Yeah, okay.
So he's learned a lot there, and he's brought that back to the boys. But he's, by all reports, absolutely loving assistant coach. Role.
Yeah. Well, with that sort of experience, like the BFNL is a pretty good standard of football, and then the experience down being at Essendon and Williamstown, both VFL clubs. He's wealth of knowledge to pass on to the young group of players here at Timboon.
Yeah, he's got a few stories. He's rubbed shoulders with Brendan McCartney and the old Bulldogs coach. And James Hird.
James Hird, yeah. Well, especially, I know McCarthy is at Port Melbourne and Hird's at Port Melbourne with McCarthy. So
maybe he trained at Port Melbourne. I could have got that wrong.
Yeah, could have got that wrong. So obviously, you'll hear the dulcet tones of Liam Fitzgerald at some stage, but he's running from camera to camera as we see both the clubs run out on the ground. Should be an interesting game. James Wilshire, it's been an interesting couple of weeks out at Nirranda. Obviously, Isaac Templeton was appointed coach for the season, but had to step back due to work commitments. And with James Wilshire and is it Daniel Beard? It was Daniel Beard that has taken over the helm at Nirranda. And I think it's James Wilshire, the Rolls Royce, as I would like to call him, the smooth-moving Rolls Royce. James Wilshire back in for his first game, ran around in the 2s last week. I did, doing my team list yesterday through tired eyes, I wondered who the private player was. It turned out it was your cousin, Braden.
Braden Harkness.
Didn't want to put his name on the team list. He just
Sounds
put down
right.
private player, but the quarterback's out there.
Yep. The accountant. Yep.
The accountant. It would be very unusual to see in the senior team 2 presidents of a football club running out in the same game.
Yeah, a bit odd.
Dylan Wilshire back in, and obviously Braden Harkness, both the joint presidents out at Nirranda.
Yeah, Braden's had a pretty long and distinguished career now, so he just keeps ticking over, and sort of from a cousin point of view, you look forward to watching him play, but hopefully not too well.
Not too well, but he just distributes that ball so well off that half-back line. And into their forward line, they're sort of getting a bit of structure back up there, Nirranda. You've got Dylan Parrish after badly hurting himself in the grand final. Jeremy Stacey had a day out a few weeks ago, and obviously the medal winner in the grand final. The two rucks, one of them, Hugh Giblin, all-wheel Rowbottom will probably play deep at some stage there as well. Isaac Stevens and Dylan Lee down forward versus Love, Angus Delaney. I did have Norman here, but he's a late scratching for Timboon, Bailey Thompson and Nick Thompson.
Yeah, Nick Thompson's back.
What can you tell me about Nick Thompson?
Oh, well,
former South Warrnambool player.
Absolute gun of South Warrnambool. I'm sure he's probably a life member, or he's going to be. But started out here many years ago. He won a premiership here in 2008. And then since then, he's been over at South Warrnambool and
been a strong player.
Just a fantastic player, yeah.
And umpires today is Michael Lockegg, Jamie Lake and Craig Fleming to do the duties. Last time we were here, it was for the WorkSafe game, and it was late in the season, and it was just a mud bowl. After 5 minutes, you couldn't tell the players. But today, the ground looks in pretty good nick. The grass seems to be very long, so I know they won't, but hopefully they've got their long stops on, which I don't think you can buy them anymore, Simon.
No, I think they've been outlawed, mate. But you definitely need them at Timboon. It's looking lush and soft, but probably the best time of year to hit Timboon, as you said. Another month or 6 weeks down the track, and it turns into the mud bowl.
Yeah, that game, leading into that game, we did get an abundance of rain leading into it, and it pretty much rained most of the game. So there was no detriment to the staff or the who looks after it, probably the Moyne Shire or the Crangamite Shire.
Andrew Berry's dad. So
Andrew Berry's dad.
Bit of family ties there. Tane Berry is playing in the back line today. He's the grandson of the curator. So
yeah, okay.
He does a good job, old Bill. It's all voluntary. So
and to look at it, it's got a nice concave as well. This ground.
Yeah, the hump.
The hump.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you've got. In the midfield for both groups, obviously Wilshire, Craven, Stevens and Lees versus Delaney, Ziegler. Who else would you think would go through that rotation? Thompson?
Thompson, I'd imagine. Bailey Thompson and Nick Thompson. Possibly Eddie Gort for a pinch hit. Finn Castledine's on a wing. I'm not sure if he'll go inside or not. Then you've got Ned Depler, and those younger guys might slip through there as well.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, like there's a bit of a breeze out there, so I think it was favouring the town end here at Timboon. But the boys are doing the warm up. There was the reserves game finished a fraction early due to an injury, so it was a Timboon player. So hopefully that Timboon player is okay. It did look like he may have been knocked out. So the training staff from both clubs are over helping the young person, or the young man, I should say. So fingers crossed there's nothing majorly wrong with the young fella. And as we see Regan Nutting moving to the captain of Nirranda moving to the middle. And I reckon it's Mitch Wallace is the captain.
Yep.
And is Liam back in the van? Have you got us there, Liam?
Certainly have, my boys.
Welcome to the broadcast.
Good to be here. Good to have you back.
It was a prior engagement last week, leading into last being May races, so I needed a bit of a rest. How was your May race carnival, mate? They look like they were supporting your staff out there, getting interviews and so forth.
Yeah, it was. The team did really, really good. Personally, I kept right away from most of it because I was on dad duties. But It was still a pretty good week to be part of. The guys, the news team captured some really great moments. Personally, I'm absolutely stoked to see Braden Small get the win for the Grand Annual. Obviously, been well publicised that he had a very long battle with brain cancer and has been able to get through it and actually come out with a Grand Annual. So it's yeah, you know, it always has a habit of just coming up with good stories, doesn't it, that week?
Yeah, it does. And I had the privilege of taking the young man home Thursday night, and he was a bit of a wounded soldier.
I can imagine.
And he just pretty much said he was physically exhausted.
Yep.
But more emotionally after the victory.
For sure. And you know, and as I say, you know, that whole family, you know, when someone goes through treatment like that with such a horrible disease, it really is one of those things that, you know, just takes everyone. And I think that his whole family, and rightfully so, just absolutely loved being part of that. So
it was. And it
really
looks like they're about to start here, mate.
They certainly are. Well, they're going to jump on the camera.
You better. Yeah, we're a couple of soldiers down, but we won't be too far away. But tip for the day, Simon?
I think Nirranda probably by 4 goals.
Yeah, I think that too. Yep. So it's going to be a close game. Obviously, Timboon play this ground exceptionally well. Don't know who. Did you see who won the toss? I was too busy talking trash with Liam. But Nirranda are kicking to the town end, and Timboon are kicking to the golf course end here at the Timboon Recreation Reserve. And as we see, umpire Lake will get the first honours. And in the middle, we've got Ziegler, Delaney with the headgear. Ziegler, they haven't changed his, and Wallace for Timboon, and Matthews with Craven, Regan Nutting in the middle, and Dylan Philp as well. So as we brace ourselves for the first bounce, and who's forward? We got that'll be Love forward with Wallace is his matchup. Luke Wheel, but yeah, with Nirranda they're getting a few back, so it should be a good game. Cody Wagstaff at centre half back. Who's here on the wing? Gillingham, you know, and I'd say that Castledine will be over on that outer wing with, it's hard to tell because they're so far away. But we're just waiting on the bounce. Obviously, 2 o'clock start, 2 p.m. start. And as umpire Jamie Lake throws the ball up, and it's Giblin versus Matthews. One down to Giblin, straight down the hands of Craven to Nutting. No clear winner out of there. Quick kick off the ground by Delaney, and it's not coming out of there, is it? No. And the first man up with the ball is the President Pest himself, Dylan Wilshire. Ball's thrown back up. No clear winner in the ruck contest. Coming out the back. Ziegler dropped it, pushing the back, could have been paid, not. Over to number 28. There must have been a number change there. Yep. Quick kick, good smother there by Jack Matthews. Nice clean pick up by Thompson. In the way is Richardson with the long sleeves. Square it back up to that man, the quarterback. Back for his first game, Braden Harkness. Kick inside, finds Wagstaff. Wagstaff clearing kick out, looking for Walsh. Just a bit behind Jared Walsh there, and Castledine will see it out of play on that far side. Or the entrance side to Timboon here, but they're just going to feel each other out here, Simon.
Yep, just having a look across the ground. Looks like Wagstaff will probably stay pretty close to Thompson for most of the day. Made of rocks is Cody Wagstaff. He's absolute wrecking ball.
Yeah, Cody Wagstaff there. But they've all been good players for a long time out here at Nirranda.
100%. And that's probably what's led to the tip, I think, of Nirranda getting over the line.
For sure. And the boundary umpire throw back in, and Giblin and Matthews do battle. One down at the fall of the balls. Nutting overruns it. No clear winner. Quick handball out. Quick kick inside forward 50. Timboon in front is Warboys. Burraging his way through the pack was Nutting again. The quarterback kicks it on that trusty left foot, but Delaney's in the way. Handball back. Finds Castledine. Castledine will back inside. And in the way is Neil. Neil. He'll just go down the skinny side here, looking for Giblin. No clear winner. At the fall of the ball is Parrish. Parrish snaps inside forward 50. Stumbling was Stevens. Overrunning it now was Rowbottom, and pushing it out in front of the social club here at Timboon was War Boys. And it'll be thrown back in front of the social club. And on the Macco high score, there's yet to be a score, Simon.
No, it looks pretty scrappy early. I think they're both pretty eager to get their hands on it. A lot of fumbles happening.
Rowbottom wins down at the fall of the ball was Craven. Craven handballs it back inside forward towards goal, but not getting past that player there. Number change again, number 40. Don't know who that is. Yeah, I went over and saw them, and they said no number changes except for the players coming in, but there's two. 20, might be Ebb, and is 29. I didn't see, it might actually be, have we seen Allsop out there? Yeah, there's Lyndon.
Yep.
Ball's thrown back into play. That might be Nick Thompson, number 40. No clear winner there. Ball bouncing around. Doesn't have possession, does Wilshire. Too high. Play on, says the umpire, and umpire Fleming says, I'll have it.
Yep, good tackle.
And it'll be ball up.
Yeah, Thompson, number 40.
Nick Thompson?
Yep, Nick Thompson.
So that was the discrepancy.
He's just got a clear.
I reckon a handball there. Stacey's in the way. Back to Parrish. Parrish will kick it to the fat side of the ground, and it's Harding versus his direct opponent. Good work there by Gillingham. Gillingham leading up at the ball is White. Good strong hands out in front of Neil was White, and he's looking for his options here. He'll go sideways.
Got McGlade.
McGlade, chip it over, finds Ziegler, who was in number 8, but now gone to 15. Ziegler called to play on, back to McGlade. McGlade will kick it down the line, and in the way will be Jeremy Stacey, chest mark Jeremy Stacey. And he'll just look at his options. He's got Luke Wheel short here to his right, and then find him. And Ash Hunt will come and stand the mark. Back to Stacey. No, not far enough. Handball back to Wheel. Back to Stacey all by hand. Over to Nutting. Nutting will steady, looking for Rowbottom. And in the way, McGlade. But Stevens at the fall of the ball. Good tackle there. Umpire Lockheed says, I'll have it. And they're just sort of finding their way here. Be tight tussle here in front of us. Rowbottom wins it down. Nutting at the fall of the ball. Too high. Free kick to Regan Nutting. Jack Matthews, I probably wouldn't have done that. He just did it at the right time. It could have been 50, but umpire Lockheed erred on the side of caution there, which is good. Nutting has got options. Leading out in the way.
That's Wallace.
Is Wallace. Wallace now looking for Hunt. The wily veteran in Hunt. He's got no options, but they're streaming forward. He'll kick it to advantage of Thompson, who's just burnt off Wagstaff. Kick was a little bit poor. Oh, it just bounced away from Thompson. The idea was right by Ash Hunt. Give it to the man with the legs.
Yeah, you can't let Bailey get out the back. And when I say let,
I don't think he had a choice. He didn't have a choice there. He just burned his opponent off. He's got some wheels, hasn't he?
He's definitely got some wheels.
Ball's thrown back in. No clear winner, and Matthews gets wrapped up in a tackle, and umpire Lake says no. Good tackle there by Danny Craven, and they'll do battle again, the two ruckmen. Lake throws it up. Giblin has the distinct height advantage at the fall of the ball. Is I don't know who that is. That might be White. I'll just keep going White.
I'll find out for you.
They should have updated it on My Score, or what is it? Player HQ, and it'll be Finn Castledine lining up for the first direct shot on goal. 45 metres out into a bit of a slight breeze, so he's going to take his best. Young junior, I believe.
Yep, come back. He's been in Geelong.
Castledine crosses the arc of 50, Kick on its way. It's long, it's strong. The umpire does not move. Finn Castledine gets the first goal on the day, and it sees Timboon kick the opener goal of to Finn Castledine. Simon, it was just
fantastic there, mate.
Passage of play. And as Liam will come back in, we've got the netball going on here.
We've got Angus Hill in 28, I think.
Angus Hill.
Is it 28 we're after? Just
We're
the guy
20.
out here, the
Angus Hill.
stocky fella on the flank. He's new to the club. I don't know a whole lot about him. Great little kick there from Finn Castledine.
Yeah. And it went through post high, so it might just be, well, who knows what the scoring end is, but it was a good, been a good passage of play. Good passage of play. Ball's coming back, and it's Richardson. Richardson down the. Just as the ball's been thrown out, will be thrown back in front of us. Ball's thrown back into play. Rowbottom punches it forward at the fall of the ball's Craven. Craven looking for Parrish. Kick a bit too far for Parrish. And it'll be thrown back in. Just waiting for it to come back in from over the fence there.
Whoever's got Stacey is a massive matchup.
Oh, yeah.
He can sniff goals, that guy.
Rowbottom down in the way was Craven. Craven handballs it forward. Clearing punch there by Thompson. It'll be out of bounds. It'll be thrown back in. Directly in front. Sorry about the... I think we were commentating the football, but we had the pictures of the netball in front of us as... we're doing a bit of both there, Simon. Ball's thrown back in. At the fall of the ball, Stacey. One down and Craven now. No clearing kick. Handball out by Timboon looking for Castledine. Castledine in the way will be Nirranda. And in front of us, it's Neil. I don't know what was happening there. Gives Ash Hunt the don't argue. I think he was coming back on his mark, but good mark there by Craven. But no, Dalton out of bounds.
Good umpiring.
It was good umpiring there. And the ball will be thrown back into play. Pretty much smack bang in the middle of the Timboon Recreation Reserve. No clear winner down at the fall of the ball is handballing. It was Harding, number 20 for Nirranda. And it'll be thrown back in. Boundary umpire throws it back in. It's Rowbottom versus Matthews. And Jack Matthews is going to have his work cut out today against these two big fellas from Nirranda. That could be delivered out of bounds. Umpire Lockett says, nah, I'm having none of that.
Lucky there, Tane.
It could have been.
That might have been the Warrnambool district rules there.
I think, well, I've been doing this nearly just over 12 months. I've only seen one. One down by Rowbottom at the fall of the balls. Wagstaff ran into trouble. What's umpire Lockheed? Good decision, young fella. Fantastic decision there, and a good tackle there by Delaney in the headgear. Looking to hit up. He's leading forward. Handball. Hill missed it. He'll just dribble it out of bounds. Richardson, but Ziegler was in the way. So Hill is 29 and White is 28. Other way around, okay. Ball's thrown back in. Matthews, one winning it down. Castledine, good work. Delaney takes on Rowbottom. He ain't getting past Will Rowbottom. And it'll be thrown back up. Matthews winning it down at the fall of the balls. Wallace. It's just going to be a big body affair today. It's going to be scrappy. It's going to be tough and hard in the clinches. So White is 28 and Hill is 29. Is that right? Perfect. No clear winner out of there, and it stacks on the mill. And welcome back, Liam. How have you going, mate?
Yeah, just keeping me on my toes, mate. That's for sure. One of our camera guys went to the wrong ground. We were originally meant to be in Nirranda today, but mustn't have got the memo. We're back.
We're back. Handball back inside. Finds Timboon. Good strong mark there by...
That's Eddie Gort.
Gort will square it up, and it'll be...
That's Ben Saunders out there.
Benny Saunders, the number 9, who started well against the Panmure. He's got Love on a long lead. Hits up Love, but in the way is Thompson. What was he doing, Bailey Thompson? Get out of the way of the big full forward.
I think Love just runs through him next time. Send a
Yep,
message.
Send a message. Doesn't matter who you are. I know I would have. Clearing by Nirranda, but in the way is Timboon. Stacks on the mill. It could have been a push in the back. Handball back by Thompson's trying to find Gort, and it trickles out of play. But that's what I would definitely do. Get out of my space, young fella. Don't care what jumper you're wearing.
Good play, good build up there by
was.
Timboon too. Nick Thompson just hitting a target at centre forward.
Yeah, and it would have, if it wasn't for Bailey Thompson, would have hit Tarkin Love smack bang on the chest.
It was his fault.
It was, yes. Ball's thrown back in a bit flat. No, Ruckman won it out, and in the way he's Gaunt. That could be holding the ball. Yes, it was. Good umpiring there, umpire Fleming, and it'll be Harding. Kick up, looking for Parrish, gets his hands out in front, and at the fall of the ball, Stacey just fumbles. He went to dish it off, and he just slipped out the Rolls Royce. Wilshire, clearing kick, finding Wagstaff. Wagstaff looking for options inside forward 50. Leading up is Harding. Is that Harding?
Big whopper. I think they've made a change with their numbers, Nirranda. I'm not too sure who number 20 is, so we might need somebody to... Is that
Harding?
This is Harding here. It
might be Robinson, number 20.
It looks like Robinson, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So this is definitely a big whop here. It's kicked hundreds of goals out at Simpson.
Robinson coming in for Niranda's first. Kick on its way, and it looks to be narrow. Hits the... Yeah, I thought that hit the goalpost, but it's a behind either way. And that's Niranda's first score, and on the Matco High scoreboard, sees Timboon 1 straight goal, leading Nirranda 1 solitary behind. So, okay, Harding's number 6. Jeez, one job, these secretaries. Clearing kick out, finds Thompson. Thompson's got Hunt. Great kick by Thompson. Kick. Ash Hunt, he'll steady up, goes inside and finds White. Oh, smother. Good work on the mark there by Neil. Handball finds Neil. Neil streaming through the centre square, looking for Parrish. Oh, there's that bounce of the ball, and it's McGlair. McGlair will kick it inside forward 50. In the way is Harkness. Drops a tough mark. Good work there by Saunders. Would Ben Saunders be doing the role on Braden?
I believe he would be. He's got pace, Ben, not to the length of Bailey Thompson, but I think you can't let Braden sit back there and kick all day. He'll just cut you to ribbons.
He'll cut you to pieces. And they know they find him. They let him distribute it at will. Do Nirranda. Good contest in the ruck, but one down by Giblin at the fall of the ball's Hunt. Feigns a handball back inside. Chipping kick. Puts Thompson. Oh, good great hands. Mark there by Bailey Thompson. Great kick by Ben Newey to find Bailey Thompson under all sorts of pressure from Cody Wagstaff, Bailey Thompson. And he'll line up for Timboon's second.
Wouldn't be surprised if he goes around a little bit here, but he should have the distance.
Should have the distance. He runs around a bit. Kick on its way. And we see it goes straight through the middle. There's a bit of a breeze, little helping breeze there. And that's Timboon's second goal. Sees them move to 2 goals straight, 12. Leading Nirranda 1 solitary behind on the Matco High scoreboard.
Yeah, it's a bit of an arm wrestle so far. It's just little things each way. You know, Timboon probably got away with Eben not going back, Eben White that is, not going back across the mark and getting a smother. Got away with the turnover at centre-half back, and then fortunately a few fumbles from Nirranda allowed Timboon to regain the ball.
But they're very clean going forward, Timboon, and it was like this at Panmure. So it was a good game of football at Panmure, and they, as I said, I'll keep harping on it. They play this ground really well. The 2 ruckmen do battle. No clear winner. The fall of the ball is Robinson. Wilshire. Robinson taps it forward. No, that might actually be Dylan Lees. number 30, number 20. I haven't seen. He was named Dylan Lees.
Haven't seen him yet. I think it is Robinson.
It is Robinson.
Yeah, he looks like a Robinson. Can't see Dylan Lees out there though.
I can't. Yeah, I haven't seen Dylan Lees unless he's on the bench. One down by Giblin. Back inside. Matthews in the way. Back to Hunt. Hunt evades a couple of worthy tackles. Back to Saunders by hand. Back to Hunt. Hunt, he'll hit up. Good, strong hands. Dalziel. Dalziel will find Hunt. He might get blindsided. No, Hunt tumbles a kick forward, and Ziegler, who has pace to burn, but slips over at the wrong time and wheel. Chips it back inside. Finds Lenihan. Dropped what he should have taken, did young Jack Lenihan. Ball out on that outer wing. Good work there by Harkness getting in. Good work, Jack Lenihan. Back to Nutting. Nutting looking for Stacey in front. It could have been too high and paid by umpire Lake. Free kick too high to Jeremy Stacey. I keep calling him Jay Stacey after the hockey player for the Hockey Roos. And Stacey now will look to find a target. Obviously, it's a slow play, so Timboon have got numbers back. Stacey now hits Parrish up. Good. It could have been a push in the back, chop of the arms, you name it, against Lyndon Allsop out there in the front of the grandstand here at Timboon. And it'll be thrown back in front of the coach's box of Nirranda. But it's been a good game of footy so far, Simon.
Yeah, it has been. It's a good little arm wrestle. I think you've nailed it. Timboon playing the ground well. Timboon getting out the back a little bit.
They do, yeah. Ball back to Newey by hand. Ben Newey comes through and is looking for and finding Angus. Angus wheels back onto that right boot, looking for Thompson out the back again. That could have been a free kick against Thompson.
Given.
And it was. Oh, no, free kick in favour of Wagstaff.
Interesting.
That's interesting. Oh, potentially, yeah.
Flip the coin.
Flip the coin. You could have gone either way. That's pushing the back. No, Mark.
Flip the. Oh, he's paid it.
Yeah, paid the mark. No, he paid the push.
Yep.
Yeah, it looked like it was double action.
Yep.
Good decision there by umpire Lake. Rowbottom looking for Stevens on a long searching lead in front of Berry. Stevens now finds Parrish. Strong on the chest, Dylan Parrish. Inside forward 50, looking for Robinson. In the way is Warboys. Fall of the ball, Lenihan. Handball up at the ground, looking for Craven. Didn't have it. Did Nutting. Play on, says the umpire. Stacks on the mill. And it was Tyler Coates that was wrapped up. And it'll be thrown up, probably 45 metres out from the Nirranda goal. Ball's thrown up. Kick out of the way by Matthews, and in the way is Stevens. Isaac Stevens coming off a couple of good games, says Isaac Stevens. Oh, no, that's not Stevens. Yes, no, I don't know who it is. Good strong hands by Robinson.
Big whopper.
Big whopper. I think it was Isaac Stevens, wasn't it? Or it might actually be Toby Dalton.
Left foot.
Yeah, Toby Dalton it was. My apologies. And Roger. I'm just trying to work out who number 20 is for us, Simon. Robinson now comes in, kick on its way, and it's home. And there's Nirranda's first. And that sees Nirranda move to 117, trailing Timboon 2 goals straight, 12 on the Matco High scoreboard.
At Solomon's Flooring, Terry has installed carpet for his mum and is giving the chance for another mum to win a voucher for $2,000. Carpet, tiles, blinds and much more. Yes, $2,000 to give away. See our Facebook page for details. National Tiles, Solomon's Flooring and Blinds, 1050 Raglan Parade.
And welcome back here to the Timboon Recreation Reserve as we're waiting for the ball to come back. Good quarter of football so far, Simon.
Yeah, great arm wrestle. It was a classic Timboon game, really. A bit slow and contested, but Nirranda loved that. Timboon loved that, so it's a good little contest here.
And it was a great kick by young Toby Dalton in the long sleeves. I couldn't recognise him from this far away, but it was a great left foot kick to find Robinson. Ball's thrown back, and it's Rowbottom versus Matthews. The fall of the ball is Nirranda. Quick kick out of the way by White. Chip over the top. Great kick there by Ziegler. Streaming inside was Gillingham. Gillingham in the way of his wheel. Handball to Wagstaff. Back to Harkness. Richardson now. Clearing kick out. So dangerous kick. Hung it in the air a lot, and Castledine was in the way. Fall of the ball is Nirranda. Spoil each other. It was probably his own. President Pest is in the way again. Just let him go.
Yeah, it's a skill.
Dylan, that's one of his, when he's annoying players, he's playing his best football, is Dylan Wilshire. Clear kick by Neil, looking for Philp, but goes through his hands and there's no real contest and it's out of bounds.
Always good on the lip, the Prez.
Yes, but he's such a good player and it brings the best out of him, I reckon. Much as he hates me calling him that, but he's...
I was just going to say, it's not one of those terms. There's actually been a bit of blowback with some of your nicknames you've created.
Yeah, that means they listen, mate. That's good. Kick inside forward 50 by Timboon. Good spoil there by Jared Walsh. Fall of the ball is Richardson and Thompson. It'll trickle out of bounds. 25 metres out from the Timboon goal, who are kicking to the Timboon golf course end of the Timboon Recreation Reserve, Simon.
Yeah, traditionally probably not the scoring end, but they seem to be able to move the ball from back flank all the way through pretty well at the minute.
Ball's thrown back in. The two ruckmen do battle, and the quarterback, Harkness, gets it, pumps it long, and in the way will be McGlair. McGlair will just play on it, pump it back inside forward 50 and finds Hunt. Oh, that could have been 50. Ran through the man on the mark.
Well, he'll need that 50.
Hunt now looking for Love. Oh, it's just a bit far for Love. It was a good kick. Just a bit strong.
He'll be disappointed with that, Ash. He's a very good kick usually.
Yeah. He's had a fair stack of it today so far as Ash Hunt.
It's a new role for him. Usually he's half back, but with Nick Thompson coming in, he's been pushed out. But he's doing well up in the forward line.
Ball's thrown back in and one down by Rowbottom at the Falls. Richardson in quick kick out by Nirranda in the ways. Stacey. Oh, good tap back there by Berry. Good kick hands by Gillingham to Hunt. Back to Delaney by hand, and it's a bit narrow. And there is a bit of a wind pushing towards the right-hand point post, judging by a few of those kicks so far. Simon?
Yeah, just hanging that one out there. Good play there by Tane Berry. That's a massive job on Jeremy Stacey. You'll have to pay attention to him all day, otherwise he can kick a bag on you very, very quickly.
Yeah, for sure. Harkness now. And the good old-fashioned Robert Walls huddle. Kick on its way. Looking for Giblin. It's a bit long and Warboys takes a strong mark. And right smack bang in front of us here on the outer side at Timboon.
He's almost in the van.
He is almost in the van. Warboys now has been called to play on. Kicked it up. Didn't get back off his mark enough. And good spoil there by Harkness on Angus. And it'll be thrown back into play. And the umpire, Lake, will get the young fella to come in. It's so good to see these young kids running the boundary.
Oh, they're doing a great job.
They do a fantastic job, the young fellas. Ball's thrown back in. Rowbottom wins it down straight to Robinson. Handball back, looking for Wilshire. Back to Harkness, off his knee. Over to Neil. Back to James Wilshire. Wilshire chipping kick inside to centre square. Finds Lenahan. Back to Wilshire by hand. Back to Stevens. Stevens now kicking into the man on the mark. Good pressure work there by Wallace. Puts Stevens under all sorts of pressure. Chipping out is Wilshire, finding his brother in Dylan on that outer wing or near side to the social club. Wilshire now looking for Giblin. Could have been a push in the back against Warboys, but not paid. Warboys first back on the ball. A good tackle. Could have been too high. Yes, it was. Paid by umpire Lake. And the resulting free kick will go in the favour of Gillingham. Gillingham now looking for Angus. Good body work. Good body work there by Richardson. Squares it up. Looking for Harkness. Harkness now has the whole ground. Finds Dalton, who'll just good work on the mark. Ooh, that's 50. That was unfortunate by Thompson, and Toby Dalton will get taken pretty much to the top of the goal square to kick Nirranda's first, or second I should say, and to tie the game up at 2 goals, 1 each of 2. It's just a bit unfortunate there by Bailey Thompson.
50 there every day of the week, but bit of a misread.
Dalton now comes in, kick on its way, umpire does not move. Good finish there by Toby Dalton, and that's Nirranda's second goal. It sees them join Timboon at 2 goals 113 on the Matco Higher scoreboard.
Hi, I'm Roma Britnell and I'm your local Member of State Parliament. Together we can make the South West Coast an even better place to live. But I need you to let me know what's important to you. Only then can I truly understand your aspirations and be the best representative for you. Feel free to drop into my office and share your thoughts with me. I'm also online at romabritnell.com.au or catch me on social media. I'm here to work for you. Let's make it happen and let's make a difference.
Leading the race was Stacey, but he let Berry get it, and he's handballed it forward and out of bounds in front of the old scoreboard here at Timboon, which would read, if it was still in action, 2 goals 1 Timboon. Nirranda, 2 goals 1. Would have been a good scoreboard in its day.
Yeah, used to get up there as a kid.
Pie and a can of Coke to do the score.
Possums up there as well.
Oh, really? That could have been too high and was seen by umpire Fleming. Free kick against Dylan Philp to Delaney. Delaney looking for his options. Big row bottoms down the line, so he's going to have to find a target. He's pumped it over the top of row bottom. Leading the race is Brock Neal. That's a poor kick, and Neal wheels straight back inside onto the right. Finds Richardson. Back to Harkness. He just finds a way to get to his left foot. Looking to the Rolls Royce in Wilshire. Just a little tap on. Finds Craven. Craven by hand to Stacey. Too high. Free kick. No. Holding the ball against Harkness. It was a bit tough.
Unlucky there.
Bit unlucky. He slipped, so he did get it high, and the resulting free kick goes in the way of Gillingham. Gillingham looking for White. Good spoil there by Luke Wheel. Tap on. Looking for Nutting. Missed Nutting, but Castledown, that's dropping the ball. Good decision there. And good tackle there by Dylan Philp on Castledine. I don't mind that young fella taking it on.
Started well, Finn.
He has. Philp finds Nutting, chipping, looking for Giblin, leading out. Strong hands. Get it out in your jukes, though, yeah, young fella. Fall of the ball is Craven, and good stoppage work there by War Boys. Didn't let Danny Craven out, but Hugh Giblin needed to get that out in his hands, and he would have marked that.
Yep, extend the jukes there, Huey.
Extend the jukes. Rowbottom wins it down. Nutting at the fall of the ball. Good tap by Rowbottom over the top. Leading the way was Parrish, but good body work there by Allsop. Handball, stray handball. Finds Dalton, punches it inside forward. 50 in front is Robinson at the fall of the ball. Is the ruckman. That's an interesting kick by the big fella. Play on, that's not far enough. Robinson, snap around the corner. There's a goal.
Yep.
Right on the quarter time siren, and that is Nick Harding's second goal, I should say. I've called him Robinson twice there.
Yep, big whopper.
Big whopper. Nick Harding, that's 2 goals to Harding. Right on the quarter time siren. Sees Nirranda take a 6-point lead going into the first break. They're 3 goals 1-19, leading Timboon, who had vast majority of the play in that first quarter. 2 goals 1-13.
Handy go. It's a good game, boys, isn't it?
It's a cracking game. We thought that, didn't we, Simon?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And Liam. But interesting first quarter. So they'll go and assess. What's your assessments on the first quarter?
Good battle between Big Rowie. I think Big Rowie's getting on top, but not completely dominated. He's doing a pretty good job out of the guts for Nirranda. And then I think if Ben Saunders did have a job on Braden Harkness, he was doing a great job. And then Braden got off the leash a little bit, and you can just see
how damaging
4 or 5 touches, he just doesn't miss targets.
Yep, he's very damaging when he has the ball, and in that left foot. And even just that last passage of play, everyone was streaming out to the coach's box side, but because he's left footer, he just gets it and steps back and puts everyone out of position, except for his teammates, because they know he just
plays arrogantly.
Yeah.
In fact, you've got to come with me, and he doesn't worry about the opposition so much.
He's a half-back flanker that doesn't worry about his far-forward flanker. But we'll be back after a short break. We'll catch our breath, Liam, and we'll be back after these commercials from our sponsors.
A moment that lingers a little longer. Warm water under open sky. Quiet conversations over something beautiful. Time that feels unhurried and entirely hers. This Mother's Day, give wellness. A Deep Blue gift voucher at thedeepblue.com.au.
At Solomon's Flooring, Terry has installed carpet for his mum and is giving the chance for another mum to win a voucher for $2,000. Carpet, tiles, blinds and much more. Yes, $2,000 to give away. See our Facebook page for details. National Tiles, Solomon's Flooring and Blinds, 1050 Raglan Parade.
Hi, I'm Roma Britnell and I'm your local Member of State Parliament. Together we can make the South West Coast an even better place to live. But I need you to let me know what's important to you. Only then can I truly understand your aspirations and be the best representative for you. Feel free to drop into my office and share your thoughts with me. I'm also online at romabritnell.com.au or catch me on social media. I'm here to work for you. Let's make it happen and let's make a difference.
Oh, I forgot. What time's the meeting
All new Hyundai Tucson. Tomorrow wants its car back.
G'day, Jeff Cook here at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool. We're more than just tyres. Our team not only specialise in helping you with your tyre needs, but other mechanical needs as well. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool has all the leading brands of tyres, including Hankook, Maxxis and BFG. Plus we also offer a number of wheel packages and wheel alignments. Get in touch with us at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool for your mechanical needs. We are more than just tyres at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool, Raglan Parade.
Through the race and out onto the arena, here is the toss. Tom gets the first possession, quick pass to Brett, drops the sitter, play on down the corridor, a cracking effort by Sam. Down the line to Tim with a sizzler, a turnover from Michael. Rachel gets it back, a chip kick to Charlotte, shakes off a tackle, back down the line to Sam, stacks on the mill, but he gets it out to Brett, he spins and bags a goal. Kerman's Hamburgers for the win, a fan favourite since 49.
At ASAP Local Plumbing, we know that when it comes to your home or business, you need a team that gets the job done right the first time. From expert hot water system installations to full septic tank and drainage solutions, we handle the heavy lifting so you don't have to. We're your go-to, trusted professionals for water quality and...
Welcome back here to Timboon Recreation Reserve for this crucial clash between the Timboon Demons and the Nirranda Blues. It's been a very entertaining first quarter, Simon.
Yeah, fantastic. First quarter is a classic Timboon match. It's a bit of an arm wrestle and lots of tackling and stoppages, so it's suiting both sides. And it was Timboon had, it was probably a quarter of two halves, wasn't it? Timboon had a fair run of it in the first half of the quarter, and Nirranda just came over the top late. Yeah, Timboon seemed to be able to get out the back early, and they were using the ball quite well off their back line, and then turned that into scores. But then later in the quarter, as we sort of spoke about earlier, that Braden Harkness got off the leash a little bit and just set up some shots on goal.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be a really good game and a really good test for Timboon. Obviously, they've won 2 games here. They've beat Merivale and Collegians in what's setting up to be a really tight season in the Wdfnl.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. Like, it's obviously the last few years we've had a few that have
We've had a top and a bottom, really.
We've had a top and a bottom, but anybody on their day, if you're 10% off, anybody can beat you.
100%. Right, just quickly, boys, the netball's live as well.
Who's winning over there?
It's actually a really good game. Nirranda's obviously dominating again this year. They're undefeated, and Timboon are yet to get a win, but there's only sort of 4 goals in it. I'm just waiting for them to pan. Here we go, 12 goals to 18. So the home side are certainly having a red-hot crack, that's for sure.
Nah, that's good to hear. And as I say hello to Dylan Parrish's dad, he's come over to
thrown you.
No, I haven't seen him for a while. Hello, Mr. Parrish. How are you? Oh, going all right. Boy's started all right, hasn't he? Bit slow, but he's a bit rusty. What, second game back after his injury? Good to see.
Man of the people is Paul Walker.
Ball. Thanks, mate. As the ball's thrown up and it's Rowbottom, but in the way is Gillingham. Over to Ziegler by hand. A slight fumble puts himself under pressure, And Wilshire comes through. Not getting through that tackle is Dylan Wilshire, and stacks on the mill. And the ball will be thrown up on the half-forward flank for Timboon. Rowbottom versus Matthews. No clear winner again at the fall of the balls. Philp. Delaney takes on the tackle. That could have been holding the ball, but no. Umpire Fleming says, I'll have it. And he'll throw it up, and we'll do it all again. As I just get back in the nice warm van. It's pretty chilly out there, Simon. Harkness takes on the tackle, got wrapped around. A good decision, umpire Fleming. Braden taking on the tackler, and good work by Saunders. Saunders looking for love inside forward 50. Didn't have the carry on the kick there. And it's clearing kick by Nirranda. Couldn't see who that was. Gillingham handball back, looking for Saunders, and just missed the target a little bit, but he had the right idea. Now, you did get a couple of messages. There's a chap in WA.
Yeah, Tubby Robbins is his name. Well known as Tubby around these parts. He's just sending a message to Ash Hunt to get the shaver out, get the razor out, and get a clean look going.
Yeah, okay. So what you're saying is he needs to stop living in the past and get rid of the hair on top? Or
I'm not about the beard? Tubby saying that all the way from WA. So message received.
Oh, there's someone else in this van
just
that
focus
needs to stop
on the
living
football,
in the
Paul.
past and get rid of his hair.
Just focus on the game. Yeah. Looks like there's another stoppage right inside Timboon's offensive 20-metre mark, which is good.
In the netball or?
No, watching the football.
Changing subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah, good work. Stop living in the past, Liam.
Come on.
Quick kick out by Craven, finds Philp. Philp will come down this broadcast side over the top, and leading the race is Giblin. And McGlair overrunning it is Giblin. Handball back to McGlair, finds Warboys. Warboys square it up, finds Delaney. Delaney looking at his options. Is he going to change lanes and look to go around the defence? Yes, he does. He's got a runner there in Berry, and he's got a clear option now in Thompson. No, over the top of Thompson, looking for Whiten, but it's Matthews, the ruckman, streaming inside towards forward 50 as Jack Matthews kick up the chimney. Good body work there by Love. No clear winner at the fall of the ball for either team, and White stacks on the mill, and umpire Fleming says, I'll have it, and we'll throw it up. 35 metres out from the Timboon goal. Good passage of play by Timboon there. Matthews won it down. Not coming through there was Timboon.
Ben Newey, he'll be at the bottom of the pack all day.
Loves this type of weather, does Ben Newey. I did see the 3, so I thought it was Matthews, but no. Good body work, holding the man, free kick to the young ruckman in Matthews, and he gives Will Rowbottom a bit of a lip service.
I'm not sure about that.
Young man,
got to kick it now.
You do have to kick it if you put yourself under a lot of pressure by giving a bit of lip, because if you miss it, Will Rowbottom is going to give it back to you.
Yeah, Will not miss.
Matthews.
Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah, he took on and he telegraphed it too. That was silly play by the ruckman.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. I did see, where was it? Sam Draper did that, burn a player, and some high-profile commentator said ruckman shouldn't kick. At that point, he probably should have kicked.
He definitely should have kicked.
One down again by Matthews. At the fall of the ball is Richardson. Ball will trickle out of play in front of the players' race here at Timboon, and we'll do it all again. But yeah, you've given the clap. You've got to go back and take your medicine one way or another. Who knows? He's 30 metres out. He probably should have kicked that anyway.
He should have had a ping. You can't give the applause and then.
No. One down by Nirranda, but in the way was Saunders. Back to Wallace.
Tackle.
Good tackle there by Nirranda and Regan Nutting on Ben Saunders. And Regan Nutting, the skipper of Nirranda, finds Harkness. He'll wheel straight onto that left foot. He's been told to stand as Wallace. Finds Rowbottom, does Harkness. Harkness gets the handball back from Rowbottom. Little chiselling kick inside the centre square. And Rowbottom, Giblin. Handball over the top by Harding, I should say. Looking for Nutting. In the way, good handball up off the ground there by Stevens. Looking for Stacey. Stacey back inside to Philp. Philp gets out of one tackle. Snap around the corner is on by Sam Wilshire. And that's the 4th goal by Nirranda in a hurry. They've kicked probably 3 of the last 4 goals, haven't they?
They've got a bit of momentum now. They just wheeled that forward. Wasn't very pretty.
Wasn't pretty, but it was just weight of numbers. And on the Matco Higher scoreboard sees Nirranda 4-1 25, leading Timboon 2-1-13 on the Mako High scoreboard. As you said, Simon, they just wheeled the ball forward.
Yeah, they just kept running forward. You could see a few of the Timboon boys probably in second gear when Nutting come from the half-back line and just forced it forwards there.
Just handball, getting it forward at will. So, ball will be thrown back up in the centre. It's Rowbottom versus Angus. Angus handball nowhere, and Robinson is in the way, and he looks to have lifted in this last 15 minutes as Louis Robinson. Good tackle. Ball's not coming out of there. Didn't spill out, and we'll have another throw up. Good tackle there on Wallace by Dalton. Ball's thrown back up. One down by Rowbottom. No clear winner. Handball back by Rowbottom. Looking for Philp. Delaney. No clear winners there. And umpire Lockheed will throw it back up. He can throw a blanket on 10 players around this ball. I think Will Rowbottom or Angus should just try and knock this clear of the stoppage. Fall of the ball is Castledine. Quick kick inside, and in front is Hunt. That could have been in the back. Mark, you name it, nothing. Kick off the ground by Harkness. In the way is Gillingham. Gillingham with Wilshire for company. Slips through the tackle of Wilshire. Finds Newey, does Gillingham. Great work, Brad Gillingham, and it's Ben Newey. Has he got the distance?
No chance.
No chance. Looking for chest mark. Good kick by Ben Newey. Finds Bailey Thompson on the long, quick lead.
Love the honesty.
He's a jam-tin kicker these days, Ben. He's probably got 35 in him with a breeze.
35 in it with a breeze. Jesus, who needs friends when you got who needs enemies when you got friends like you?
Nah,
Thompson
just honest,
now,
realistic.
kick on its way and drifts. That's an interesting. We see it drift to the right down to the golf course end and to the left to the right at the town end. The last, I think, Harding had a shot and it drifted to the right as well.
Bit of side spin.
Yeah, a bit of side spin. Harkness looking for Rowbottom, who tapped it, looking for Craven, but missed. And it'll be thrown back in, probably 70 metres from the Timboon goal. And it'll be thrown back in. And on the Matco High scoreboard sees Timboon trailing Nirranda 2-2-14. Nirranda 4-1-25. Ball thrown back in, no clear winner. Handball forward was by Wagstaff. Quick kick by Newey. Looking for Thompson, but dropped what he could have taken, did Bailey Thompson, and it'll trickle out of bounds for another throw in. Bit of just feeling each other out again in this second term. And there, Simon?
Yeah, it's the Rowbottom's going quite well. He's sort of controlling the middle a bit. They need to sort of figure out a way to nullify him. It's
got to be a free kick. Yep. Yeah, good decision.
He's got really busy.
Yeah, it was probably not Delaney's fault. It was just a small throw in by the boundary umpire, and Rowbottom was blocked by Delaney. Great kick by Will Rowbottom. Finds Stevens. Stevens now. He's got Giblin. No, he'll go further afield. Kick off the instep, looking for Parrish. Parrish leads out, goes to ground, but fights back. Could have been in the back, gets it out. Thompson, by hand, finds Berry. Berry gets hit straight down the middle and hurts. And Thompson off to the races. Bailey Thompson, and has missed.
Oh, no.
He had more.
No,
he probably could have.
Oh, shut the gate. He's out the back. Can't stop him.
He just missed. Oh, no, it's a goal.
It's a goal.
That went up to the arc briefly.
The umpire didn't really know. She put one
waved,
she
put
put
waved
one
both
finger
flags.
Up. Yeah, no, but before that she put one hand up and then she went goal and then the flags came out. So
it's a point.
It's a point.
It
wasn't
a point.
A goal,
right?
But she waved both flags.
Yeah, no, she changed. Yeah, it was. Yeah, anyway, bit of a mix up there somehow.
But umpire Lockheed overruled and corrected it, so that's okay. Nothing to see here. She just made a slight error. That's okay. But nothing untoward will occur. One down by Rowbottom, but in the way is Timboon. Nothing happening there. Kick, that's out of bounds on the full. Good decision there by the young boundary umpire. The Rolls Royce, he's He just needs he's been in the shed for 6 months. He needs a bit of a run. Does the Rolls Royce in James Wilshire. Play on, says the umpire, and Hunt just chips it. Warboys leading out. Good strong. No, that's White. Could have been paid a mark. Good spoil there by Nutting off the ground. Wheel to Nutting. Back to Dalton with a nice little tap. But in the way will be Berry. Good pressure there by Stevens on Berry. Lenahan. Handball back, finds Giblin. Dishes it off to Stacey. He's got Lenahan. Stacey will just dance around. Good handball. Back inside. Finds Dalton by hand. Handball back. All quick hands by Nirranda. Stacey onto his left side. Chips it up the chimney. Good pressure there by Thompson. In the way is
Eddie Gort.
Eddie
is
Gort.
a cult hero at Timboon.
Good body work there by Dalton. Gets the resulting free kick for too high on Bailey. Thompson puts himself in the... No, that's Richardson, I should say. Richardson finds Robinson. Robinson now has got Nutting wide. Good target, good pressure. That's free kick. Mark, too high, you name it, against young Reese Ziegler. Handball finds Wheel. No, sold him into trouble there, did Regan Nutting, and forgot how quick Bailey Thompson was. Good run down tackle. Thompson looking for Love on a long lead. Love, good strong body work and good strong jukes by Tarkin Love, and he'll line up for his first goal of the day. Great run down tackle by Bailey Thompson. Nirranda were out, and Thompson runs down Wheel, who just really didn't know he was there because he was so quick.
You won't see that too often. Luke Wheel's
He's
quick
got,
himself.
Yeah, he's got pretty good peripheral vision. Tarkin Love coming in for his first shot on goal for the day. Kick 4 last week. 3 or 4, I should. Love. Kick on its way. It's not coming back from there, and it's a behind. They could have actually tightened this game up a lot closer than it is, Simon.
Probably
Timboon?
an argument to be in front.
Yes, very much so. Harkness finds Robinson. Robinson goes across goal. He's got Walsh. Walsh clearing kicks. Got Wilshire on that far side.
HBF has the lowest average.
Club. Wilshire chipping inside. Got Coates. Good hit there by Dylan Wilshire. Handball finds Robinson. Robinson now could hit up Stacey. Kick just didn't have the carry for Jeremy Stacey, and Ziegler drops what he should have taken, but good enough to recover. Back to Hunt. Ziegler, that was a lazy kick, Reece Ziegler. He probably should have hit the target there as well. Good, strong work. Absorbed the tackle, did Saunders. Ball doesn't come out. Good, quick hands by Nick Thompson in tight there. Poor kick by Castledine, intercepted by Wilshire. Wilshire kicks it to a David and Goliath. Giblin versus Ash Hunt. Good blind turn by Stacey to Lenahan, and Lenahan, Robinson. Sorry, Harding. I've got to get these right. Harding, what are you doing, big fella? You're a forward. You're on the goal line.
Go and have a shot,
Don't be handballing. I know he's kicked a lot of goals. That was there for show and show only, wasn't it?
No chance he's handballing.
Harding steps around. Bang. Banana. It was never in doubt. That's funny. And that moves Nirranda to 5-1-31, leading Timboon 2-4-16 on the Macco Hire scoreboard.
A moment that lingers a little longer. Warm water under open sky. Quiet conversations over something beautiful. Time that feels unhurried and entirely hers. This Mother's Day, give wellness. A Deep Blue gift voucher at thedeepblue.com.au.
Welcome back here to the Timboon Recreation Reserve. A bit of comedy, a bit of stand-up comedy by Nick Harding in that last passage of play. Key position full forward, feigning the handball. Ball's thrown back up into play, and it was one down by Giblin, and it was shark by Delaney. He was never given that off, was he?
I think he's never heard of handball. Only the European sport. So
yes.
No chance he was given that.
Well, that's right. What did Kevin Bartlett say? Handball, it's a fat, it'll pass. Handballing, Phil finds Nutting chipping over the top, finding Stacey, who's getting very, very dangerous. Stacey, handball into Giblin. Giblin streaming inside forward 50. Kick on its way. Hugh Giblin loved it off the boot, and that's his first. Nirranda's 6 for the day.
Contender.
That was a team contender for goal of the day, Liam.
Correct.
The QX3 goal of the day. And that sees Nirranda move on to 6-1-37, leading Timboon 2-4-16 there. The Nirranda machine is getting rolling.
It is. Jeremy Stacey's so clean and dangerous up in that forward line, and that's probably the difference. He's given the Nirranda boys a good look at goal, whereas Timboon have been a bit rushed.
Correct, and he just seems to have so much time. Be interesting to see who's on him. You're really robbing Peter to pay Paul if you're playing Ash Hunt on him.
Yeah.
He's more an attacking player. No clear winner, but at the fall of the ball is Robinson. Back to the Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royce Wilshire out to his brother and Dylan. Feigning for a free kick was Dylan Wilshire there, but none was coming. And a good tackle on him by White, and the ball will be thrown up. Giblin, Matthews do battle. One down by Giblin. Fall of the ball is Craven. And Danny Craven, he goes, he's very much like Oliver Dukas at Merivale. He's the forgotten midfielder, is Danny Craven. Yeah. Craven, dangerous tackle. No, it was a good tackle then. That hurt Dylan Philp, and he gets up a bit ginger.
Just quickly, boys, netball's only 5 goals in it at the moment. Nirranda leading, but Timboon coming home strong, 20-25. So great effort for the
contest.
The A-grade netballers.
Quick kick forward by Timboon. At the fall of the ball is Wallace. Wallace looking for love on a long lead in front of Walsh. Good work, Jared Walsh. Spoil. Fall of the ball is number 39 in Archie Dalziel, and will trickle out and play right on the, just short of the, or just inside forward 50 for Timboon. And like they've had their moments, Timboon, but it's just obviously Nirranda's class so far has stood out. Would you agree, Simon?
Yeah, I'd say they've probably missed 3 gettable ones this quarter.
Yeah.
And Nirranda have taken every chance.
Every opportunity.
And that's what the good teams do.
Tap back by Newey, finds Hunt. Handball from Saunders, finds Matthews. Kick inside forward 50 to Love. Love has the strong body work.
One-hander.
That's a one-handed pluck.
Kelly Screamer.
Kelly Screamer, contender by Tarkin Love. Used his body well, kept his man, knew the drop, where the drop was, and if he was like me, he probably practices that stuff, because I know I used to. You got to practice it, Liam. You just never know when it could happen. And Love coming in directly in front, shouldn't miss. And he kicks a sack, but it's a goal. It's a goal. Umpire Walsh is saying it was touched, but the goal umpire and umpire Lockheed were having none of it, and that's Timboon's first goal of the second term. Sees them move on to 3-4-22, trailing Nirranda 6-1-37 on the Matco Hire scoreboard. He just kicked an old-fashioned sack, didn't he?
That was a Hersham sack. That was terrible. But we'll take the 6 points.
He will. He'll take it and he'll move on. And as I said, that's their first goal. They've had 4 scoring shots to 3 in this term, and trail on the scoreboard do Timboon. Ball's thrown up by umpire Lake. No clear winner at the fall of the ball is Timboon. Stacks on the mill. Umpire Lake says, I'll have it. And we will throw it back up, and we'll do it all again, boys.
Is there a rumour that Jamie Lake could be joining the selectors?
Yes, Fitzmedia's own Jamie Lake. We
just our answer to Razor Ray.
Razor Ray. He said we do need the tick of approval from the Umpire Association.
Righto.
The league were behind it in our meeting, which is fantastic. And Jamie, I did get him at a weak moment. He was 15 cans deep. He was pretty happy to say yes at that time, and I bailed him up again today. And he still said dropping the ball. Sorry, we digress. But yes, we're going to have Jamie Lake when we get the selectors show. And a good tackle there on, I'm not sure who it was, but Bailey Thompson has the shot on goal.
This will be handy, boys.
This is a much needed goal for Timboon. If Bailey Thompson can kick it, it'll tighten the scores up. It's currently a 15-point margin. Thompson now, he's had one-sider already this term. Kick on its way, and he's missed it to the near side. And that is a behind. He probably kicked any other day. He probably kicks both of them, doesn't he, Simon?
Yeah, he's due for a snag here.
He's playing pretty well. Richardson, kick inside, finds Wheel. Wheel now goes to that far side, and it's Wagstaff. No, it's too far for Wagstaff, and it's out of bounds on the full in front of the grandstand. The cover area, I'm pretty comfortably. A nice fire going in that grandstand today, I would think.
Yeah.
Delaney inside forward 50. One-on-one contest. Drop of the mark was by Neil. Stacey was at the fall of the ball. He's streaming out his Nirranda. Good quick hands. Overshooting the mark was Wilshire. Wallace in the way. Wallace will pump it back inside full 50, but it's all Nirranda. Ooh, they spoil each other. Nirranda it was a 3-on-1, and the 3 with Nirranda, and the 1 was Thompson at the fall of the ball. There's the snap. You called it, and that's his second on the day, and that moves Timboon to 4-5-29, trailing Nirranda 6-1-37 on the Matco Hire scoreboard.
Hi, Ben Cunnington here. When it comes to looking after my property, there's one place I trust, Bell's Garden Centre. They stock ride-on mowers from Ferris, Ariens and Country Clipper, plus small power equipment from Victor, Super Swift, Echo, Shindaiwa and Greenworks. With over 60 years combined servicing experience, they'll keep your gear running right. And it's not just machinery. Bells have everything for your garden, from giftware and pots to bird baths and concrete features. They even deliver anywhere across the southwest. So if you want the best for your yard, head to Bell's Garden Centre. They've got you covered.
Welcome back here to Timboon. A much-needed goal to the home side. Clearing kick by Nirranda, and it's Hunt versus Stacey. Hunt will just tap it out of bounds. That could have been an insufficient attempt, but we won't see that in the District League this year, I wouldn't have thought. Ball will be thrown back in, but a much-needed goal by Timboon Demons, and you called it. Thompson will get one soon enough, Simon.
Absolutely. He's peppering away, so he was due. He'd be...
We actually did get an insufficient defence attempt. That was the right decision by umpire Lockheed.
There you go.
Yeah, he just tapped it, kept tapping it forward.
Eat your words,
Stacey here. Stacey's in the pocket.
Stacey finds Wilshire. Wilshire chips it inside, finds Phil. Oh. Ben Newey's a bit hot under the collar.
Yeah,
Ash Hunt the same.
Old boy's getting a bit distracted by the umpiring there. There's nothing you can do about it once it's done, fellas.
Yeah. And Dylan Philp to just stem the tide here a little bit. Timboon have kicked the last 2 goals of the game. And Philp now coming in, crosses the arc of 50. He's going to kick from 40 metres. Kick on its way. Just looks to have pulled it a touch. And it's out of bounds. I reckon the keys might be in the ignition. Nah. We'll have to find them at half-time because we are talking a lot of bollocks here and we're fogging up, Fitzy.
Oh, no.
It's actually getting quite warm in this contest, so there's a lot of hot air coming out of our mouths. And we probably get a rain squall pretty soon too. Hunt will bring it back into play. Goes to that far side looking for Ziegler. Umpire's called for stand. What's Ziegler doing? Kick it down the line to a contest. Matthews just overran it, did Jack Matthews, and an uncontested mark was by Rowbottom. Rowbottom finds Stevens, looking for Stacey. Just the stars of Nirranda are just stepping up here. Stacey kicking into a contest. At the fall of the ball is Craven. Snap around the corner is Danny Craven. Good contest there by Jack Lenihan. And Danny Craven picks up his first goal of the day, and that moves Nirranda to 7-2-44, leading Timboon 4-5-29 on the Matco Hire scoreboard, where every small forward and smart forward should be, front and square. Simon, what do you think?
Yeah, Jeremy Stacey again involved.
Yep.
You just got to put the clamps on him.
Yeah, you got to lock him down. He's just class.
Yeah, a meter's too much.
Yeah, and he gets a meter and he does a bit of a wiggle and he's out.
Yeah,
and gets 3 metres out on goal side. He's too dangerous to be goal side of anyone. But Jack Matthews just didn't read the flight of the ball, overran it, and Rowbottom, quick handball, and they were away with Nirranda. Rowbottom versus Matthews. One down by Matthews. Philip gets the clearance, and it's Parrish leading the way. Parrish, good tap onto Stacey. Stacey steps inside the tackle, but good pressure. Wallace in the way. Wallace back to Hunt. Back to Wallace by hand. Takes a bounce to his does the skipper up the centre of the Timboon Recreation Reserve, but in the way is Brock Neal. He doesn't have possession. Umpire says no. What's going on here? Umpire Fleming says I'll have it. Throw it up. Could have been a free kick either way to both clubs, but umpire Fleming wasn't having any of it, and it'll be thrown up. Centre forward for Timboon. The ball's thrown up. No winner down. At the fall of the ball is Thompson, wrapped in a crunching tackle by Wagstaff and wasn't coming out of that. And it'll be thrown up. Good body work there by Matthews. Gets the clearing kick. In the way was
Thompson down forward.
Move forward.
Made a change.
Thompson on Neal. And Timboon have got it to about 30 metres out directly in front. Need a bit of space. A couple of players on the move here. Rowbottom with that strength just stood up. Delaney handball back to Hunt. Hunt will find a target. Step inside. Too slow. Ash Hunt. Umpire Lake was going to pay a free kick, but no. And they're away. Stevens. Quick kick. Got Lenehan out the back versus Gillingham. Gillingham sort of favoured the kick. Took on the tackle, and umpire Lockheed. Great work. There was no free kick to either team there. And he was just throw it up. Good work there by Nirranda. Good work, Brad Gillingham. Jack Lenehan has a bit of toe. But by the looks of that, so does Gillingham. Yep. One down by Giblin, but the clearing kick is by Warboys. Or is that White? Might have been White there in front of Sam Wilshire.
Round the grounds quickly, boys. Thanks to the vet group. Going out to the Mac Oval. Russells Creek 15-6-96, leading Panmure 2-1-13. And I'm still yet to get a score from the South Rose-Allensford game. Obviously, only 3 games this week, with obviously the earlier round in Good Friday and then Dennington forfeiting. So we're waiting for the Allensford score soon.
Who do Allensford play today?
They are playing Rovers.
South Rovers. Which
should be Walter. Should be a good game.
Good contest here down at Timboon as well, and it's no clear winner in that ruck contest, and Craven and Oliver Delaney are at the bottom of the pack. Umpire Fleming throws it back up. Giblin wins it down at the fall of the ball as the Rolls-Royce Wilshire. James Wilshire kicks it to Stevens. The Rolls-Royce, he's clearing his throat a little bit, is the big engine, big moving midfielder in James Wilshire, and finds Isaac Stevens will line up for his first goal on the day. Great tap down there by Giblin. Finds Wilshire. Wilshire hits Stevens, and he'll go back and go bang. There's his first. And that moves Nirranda to 8-2-50, leading Timboon 4-5-29 on the Matco Hire scoreboard.
If it's time to add a little magic to your flooring and windows, our online catalogue is full of great ideas at great prices. There's magic in a Solomon's floor.
Yes, Grace, and there's magic in a Solomon's store.
And welcome back here to Timboon. Interesting to see Isaac Stevens kicks his goal, then Simon, and then goes retrieves the ball from the trees.
Yeah, we take no prisoners down here, mate.
Absolutely.
But while we're at that commercial, you said that they're beginning to roll, Nirranda.
They're just a bit cleaner at the minute. I mean, from a Timboon perspective, I think Hargies would be quite happy with many aspects, but just the finishing just hasn't quite been there for Timboon, whereas you get the ball in the hands of a Jeremy Stacey type, they're turning into goals.
Yeah.
Just quickly, boys, score for Allensford. 2 points up, the Cats, 40-38.
Wow.
So a close game.
South Rovers have really improved out of sight, haven't they? No clear winner down in that ruck contest. Fall of the ball, that could have been a free kick in the favour of Robinson, and Robinson now will get the centre clearance. Robinson kicking it long, looking for Parrish, leading out in front of Allsop. Good body work, Dylan Parrish. Just give him a little bit of a body nudge. Parrish now looking for Rowbottom. Kick a bit long. Fall of the ball is Stevens. And there's that man, Stacey, leading in the way. No. Good work there by Timboon. Good handball by Saunders. Finds Thompson. Here. Thompson over to Castledine. Castledine steps around Neil. Great work, passage. Young fella. And just a poor kick. And it'll be a stoppage. And that's as you said earlier, Simon, that's the difference in the two teams.
100%. Probably did well there to stop Thompson getting through, because once he gets through, there's not much going to stop him.
Yeah. probably shouldn't have actually taken the bounce and tried to feint around the bloke. So once you bounce the ball, you take your eyes off what's coming. So ball's thrown back into play over the top of the ruckman. It's one down there, clearing handball, finds Wagstaff, looking for Parrish. Parrish using his body again onto that left boot, looking for Rowbottom. Rowbottom, good contest there by War Boys. Clearing handball to Allsop. Allsop clearing kick, looking for Ziegler. Good strong effort there by Reece Ziegler on that outer wing. Ziegler's got Castledine in the... He's not even looking inside his Ziegler, but he finds Delaney. I like this bloke. He plays busy, really good. Yeah. Delaney. Kick up the line, looking for
Eddie Gort had a fresh air,
but fresh dared it. And at the fall of the ball is Harkness. Gort now at the fall of the ball. No clear winner. Handball. Intercepted by Nirranda. Good work there by Walsh. In the way is Ziegler again. Craven, quick kick forward. Leading out. I couldn't catch the number and didn't recognise who that was.
Stacey on the bottom.
It was number 36, Sam Newey. Good tackle, wrapping tackle by Jeremy Stacey. And will be thrown up centre wing here at Timboon. Robinson at the fall of the ball, and he's getting busy this quarter too, is Lewis Robinson. And it'll be nothing really happening at the moment here. Lake throws it up. One down by Matthews. Leading the race is Castledine. Kick out of mid-air was Castledine. In the ways, Thompson's keep your feet, Nick Thompson. There's the siren to end this first half. And a very, very good quarter of football by the reigning premiers in Nirranda, where they kick 5 goals 1 to 2 goals 4, and it sees them take a handy lead going into the halftime break. And it's Nirranda 8-50 leading Timboon 4-5-29. Simon.
Yeah, just a bit of class showing through. I think the Walksy, Timboon won't be too disheartened. They've had shots, they've controlled passages of play, but Nirranda just so clean once they get a chance.
And like Timboon have had their passages of play, but it's the cleanness of ball movement from Nirranda and the willing to just move it forward at all costs. It doesn't have to be pretty.
No.
Because it's just the final 2 possessions going inside forward 50 have been the cleanest.
I think a few of their guys, they've just been there before. They just know what to do, and they've got the confidence to push forward. Whereas when you haven't had as much success, I think you're probably a bit more worried about pushing forward and then getting embarrassed on the way back.
Yep.
Whereas we've played in successful teams, you just back yourself to do that. And a few of their guys, like Jeremy Stacey's probably the poster boy for it. He gets a sniff of the goals and he's gone.
He's off. Yeah, you get him goal side and he's away. So like but he works up and down. Like he could be in the half back flank and be back. Like it's their class players. I said going into the final series, Danny Craven I thought was the final missing piece for their team last year, and he's started the season. Last year he started slowly because he had an ankle injury, but he's played every game this year and he's crucial. As you say, Jeremy Stacey missed the first game against Allansford because he was at gather round, and he looks like he's finding his feet. Their ruck battle, but Hunt's been good, Thompson's been good. Tarkin Loves presents, he gives an option forward. Brad Gillingham, I've liked the look of Finn Castledine as well. I believe it's his first game. So it's been a really good contest so far, and it will continue to do that. It's probably where it would be. I would think it would be a 21-point margin at the halftime interval. I can't see it really being a blowout. Timboon can get their fair lick of the ice cream early on.
I think if this rain continues, it probably suits Timboon a bit more. It drags the skill level down a little bit, I guess. Not to be insulting or anything like that, but
it brings Nirranda back a little bit because they do have good quality skills. So, Fitzy, we might come back after
well, I was just going to say, instead of throwing to the break, we might just go over to the netball and watch the last bit of the fourth quarter. We might put that out for a half break, and once it wraps up, we'll go to a break, and hopefully we'll come back with the fourth quarter. Just may as well keep the viewers engaged, mate.
Yeah, for sure.
By what's going on.
It'd be getting very tight over there.
It is. Well, it's they've sort of shot away a little bit, the A-grade Nirranda. It's just outside 10 goals now, but we may as well put it out and we may as well show what's going on over there. So we'll cut over to the netball and listen into what's happening over there, and we'll come back for third quarter action shortly.
Beautiful.
Oh, Nina. Does well to grab that one back in.
She's so funny. We made...
Oh, Matilda comes through a little bit late there.
We're holding time as the ball's just been thrown onto the other side of our courts.
Great assist over there from Amanda. Talia got the long arms, can't quite get to that one. Brianna's got this.
And the rain coming down a little bit heavier now. Well done.
Just enough to be annoying.
Oh, yes, annoying.
When we started this, it was beautiful and sunny.
It was. I was a bit warm.
Oh, a bit of a loose ball there. Thrown back in by Charlotte, but unfortunately
picked up by Bethany.
Yeah, Bethany's done well to have eyes for that. There's nothing moving forward for the Timboon
yeah,
girls.
I think we may just be running out of some legs.
Out of puff. They've done extremely well, though. Bethany, bringing it down to Nina.
These defenders are working so well.
This leaves Hayley with two.
In! Great screen by Bree.
And obstruction.
Goal. Timboon centre.
Well, we 10 the difference. 31-41, Nirranda's way.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Goal defence there, just coming around the outside of the body, outside arm. Deflection and then caught it beautifully. Oh, deflection by Holly. Where are we going now? Into the pocket. Yeah, she had a great hold on there. Well done.
We may not have Steph Townsend today, but we have got Brooke, her sister here, coaching from the sidelines as well, assisting these girls down here. I'm sure you can hear her in the background. Beautifully done. Maddie Craven still all over the court. She's doing well. She's covering that back pass.
Yeah. Nina was out of court there when she caught that ball. Yeah. Toying a bit too close to the sideline.
Tulls throws it back there to Matilda. Throws it to Bella. Down to Charlotte. Across to Maddie. That was a dangerous ball, but they've executed it beautifully.
Ooh.
Pass into Charlotte.
That one was brave.
And shot.
Well done. Macy Gale coming on to wing attack. Hopefully some fresh legs in the attack end.
Plenty of pressure on there. Making it difficult for the girls to move it through this passage. Cross court, girls.
Oh, bounce pass in the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, bounce pass in the ring.
Yeah.
Lava Street Veterinary Clinic on Raglan Parade is a caring, family-run clinic offering exceptional care at affordable prices. We're the only clinic in Warrnambool dedicated to small animals. Paws, feathers, scales and fins. For over 40 years, our family tradition has been our commitment to your pet's wellbeing. With a purpose-built facility and the latest technology, we provide gold standard care. From community de-sexing days to special offers each month, experience the difference at Lava Street Veterinary Clinic.
Hi, Ben Cunnington here. When it comes to looking after my property, there's one place I trust, Bell's Garden Centre. They stock ride-on mowers from Ferris, Ariens and Country Clipper, plus small power equipment from Victor, Super Swift, Echo, Shindaiwa and Greenworks. With over 60 years combined servicing experience, they'll keep your gear running right. And it's not just machinery. Bells have everything for your garden, from giftware and pots to bird baths and concrete features. They even deliver anywhere across the southwest. So if you want the best for your yard, head to Bell's Garden Centre. They've got you covered.
If you're buying or selling a home, Gleeson Real Estate are here to help. The hard-working team at Gleeson are happy to support you right through the buying and selling process. Gleeson Real Estate, friendly faces, expert local knowledge.
At Solomon's Flooring, Terry has installed carpet for his mum and is giving the chance for another mum to win a voucher for $2,000. Carpet, tiles, blinds and much more. Yes, $2,000 to give away. See our Facebook page for details. National Tiles, Solomon's Flooring and Blinds, 1050 Raglan Parade.
Through the race and out onto the arena, here is the toss. Tom gets the first possession, quick pass to Brett, drops the sitter, play on down the corridor, a cracking effort by Sam. Down the line to Tim with a sizzler, a turnover from Michael. Rachel gets it back, a chip kick to Charlotte, shakes off the tackle, back down the line to Sam, stacks on the mill, but he gets it out to Brett, he spins and bags a goal. Kerman's Hamburgers for the win, a fan favourite since 49.
A moment that lingers a little longer. Warm water under open sky. Quiet conversations over something beautiful. Time that feels unhurried and entirely hers. This Mother's Day, give wellness. A Deep Blue gift voucher at thedeepblue.com.au.
G'day, Jeff Cook here at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool. We're more than just tyres. Our team not only specialise in helping you with your tyre needs, but other mechanical needs as well. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool has all the leading brands of tyres, including Hankook, Maxxis and BFG. Plus we also offer a number of wheel packages and wheel alignments. Get in touch with us at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool for your mechanical needs. We are more than just tyres at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool, Raglan Parade.
At ASAP Local Plumbing, we know that when it comes to your home or business, you need a team that gets the job done right the first time. From expert hot water system installations to full septic tank and drainage solutions, we handle the heavy lifting so you don't have to. We're your go-to, trusted professionals for water quality and filtration.
Hi, I'm Roma Britnell and I'm your local Member of State Parliament. Together we can make the South West Coast an even better place to live. But I need you to let me know what's important to you. Only then can I truly understand your aspirations and be the best representative for you. Feel free to drop into my office and share your thoughts with me. I'm also online at romabritnell.com.au or catch me on social media. I'm here to work for you. Let's make it happen and let's make a difference.
Oh, I forgot. What time's the meeting
Buddy, no. All new Hyundai Tucson. Tomorrow wants its car back.
Oh, I forgot. What time's the meeting tomorrow morning?
Buddy, no. All new Hyundai Tucson. Tomorrow wants its car back.
At Solomon's Flooring, Terry has installed carpet for his mum and is giving the chance for another mum to win a voucher for $2,000. Carpet, tiles, blinds and much more. Yes, $2,000 to give away. See our Facebook page for details. National Tiles, Solomon's Flooring and Blinds, 1050 Raglan Parade.
Through the race and out onto the arena, here is the toss. Tom gets the first possession, quick pass to Brett, drops the sitter, play on down the corridor, a cracking effort by Sam. Down the line to Tim with a sizzler, a turnover from Michael. Rachel gets it back, a chip kick to Charlotte, shakes off a tackle, back down the line to Sam, stacks on the mill, but he gets it out to Brett, he spins and bags a goal. Kerman's Hamburgers for the win, a fan favourite since 49.
A moment that lingers a little longer. Warm water under open sky. Quiet conversations over something beautiful. Time that feels unhurried and entirely hers. This Mother's Day, give wellness. A Deep Blue gift voucher at thedeepblue.com.au.
G'day, Jeff Cook here at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool. We're more than just tyres. Our team not only specialise in helping you with your tyre needs, but other mechanical needs as well. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool has all the leading brands of tyres, including Hankook, Maxxis and BFG. Plus we also offer a number of wheel packages and wheel alignments. Get in touch with us at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool for your mechanical needs. We are more than just tyres at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool, Raglan Parade.
At ASAP Local Plumbing, we know that when it comes to your home or business, you need a team that gets the job done right the first time. From expert hot water system installations to full septic tank and drainage solutions, we handle the heavy lifting so you don't have to. We're your go-to, trusted professionals for water quality and filtration.
Hi, I'm Roma Britnell and I'm your local Member of State Parliament. Together we can make the South West Coast an even better place to live. But I need you to let me know what's important to you. Only then can I truly understand your aspirations and be the best representative for you. Feel free to drop into my office and share your thoughts with me. I'm also online at romabritnell.com.au or catch me on social media. I'm here to work for you. Let's make it happen and let's make a difference.
And welcome back here to the Timboon Recreation Reserve. Joining me in the commentary team today is Simon Harkness and Liam Fitzgerald. Simon, cracking game of football.
Ripping game.
It's been a ripping game of football. And Liam,
yes,
who
mate.
was the winner in the netball, A-grade netball?
Well, that's almost perfect segue, mate, because Nirranda got out there. But what we might do is we might quickly cross over there and we'll listen to the winning captain before we get back into here. So just stand by.
No worries, mate.
Definitely missed her voice and her direction out there today, but got the job done for her. So
absolutely, I think she'll be quite proud with the outcome of that today. But no, we watched Maddie Craven had a massive game today. Like, she was in every contest and done really well. But you've picked, who were your best?
Tals got best on.
Who also played a fantastic game.
Very clean game for her today. The amount of intercepts and just causing turnovers and stuff for her was so pivotal for us today. So Tals got our best and Mads got in there as well. She's our little workhorse, so just runs all day. So
now, so 200 games. So what are you going to do to celebrate tonight?
Don't know.
Ice bar.
Go home, put my daughter to bed, and just sit on the couch, watch TV.
No, I like that. No, done well. Congratulations again on 200 games.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks, girls.
There we go, boys. Over to the netball, and they've wrapped up over there. So great work. Very happy, captain.
But we're just going through the best players for the half. We're pretty much on the same page, Simon. We've got Oliver Delaney, Ash Hunt, Ben Newey, young Finn Castledine. Like the way he's been for Nirranda. We've got Rowy's been solid all day in the middle. Robinson, Jeremy Stacey, Danny Craven, and obviously Nick Harding with his 3 goals. So, yeah, pretty tight tussle.
Yeah, really excited for the second half. If Timboon can take their chances, it'll be game on. I think they would have gone in, despite having the scoreboard sort of go against them a bit, sort of buoyed by what they've been doing, just about cleaning it up.
Cleaning up their disposal going forward, and that's been the difference. It's been the forward to centre. Both teams have had enough ball. It's just been Niranda's cleanliness going forward. Is that a word, Fitzy? Cleanliness?
Yeah, it is actually. And that's Simon, that's actually not uncommon for Walks to create new terminology on the coverage.
Rex Hunt used to do it, mate, so Walks can do it.
He's
But Rex Hunt actually knew what he's doing. I just do it because I'm not that smart.
No, Walks just does it because he actually thinks that
They're words.
Yeah, they're words. Yeah.
I'm on board.
But the highlight of the second term was got to be Nick Harding's feigning the handball.
Ridiculous.
It was just never happening. And that's instant dismissal from the Full Forwards Association when you're that close to give a handball off.
I can't believe it. I can't believe I saw that.
But if he's anything like me, he had more kicks, more tackles than handballs, I would have thought, in his life.
It'd be interesting. He's kicked a lot of goals, big whopper. He's a legend out Simpson way.
And umpire Lockheed will throw it back up, and Giblin versus Matthews. One down by Giblin, but it's straight to Bailey Thompson, streaming out of the centre square.
Kick.
Hits Ash Hunt, lace out. Now,
look for a pass here.
He will look for a pass.
Handy start.
Handy start. The wily veteran Ash Hunt. He'll find a target inside forward 50. He might have the journey, but I don't think so. Hunt now. We've got a good shot there. There it is. Finding Ben Newey, who probably doesn't have the distance either.
Sneaking up on it.
Judging by what you were saying before.
I was going to say, are you going to ask the same question this time round, or?
Ben Newey, he looks
that's around 35, isn't it?
Oh, which way's the breeze going?
A bit more deliberate is Ben Newey. Kick on its way.
Oh, he's done it.
Striving for distance. And it just didn't come back, and there's a little bit of a leak. That's what we were saying. You get it. You got to really start it inside the goals because it does leak to the right. And if that was at Etihad, it would be the Brian Taylor left side vortex, he calls it, or something that just drifts to from the left at Etihad. It's very similar to here. Richardson now, he's got a target on the far side. It's Jared Walsh. Jared Walsh takes an uncontested chest mark. What's Jared Walsh going to do? He's got Jeremy Stacey wide, but no, he goes back down the line. Kick over the top, but it's Parrish. Slips through his hands. Allsop taking on the tackle. That could have been dropping the ball, and was. Got his hands free and then dropped it after Parrish tackles him, and he gets the resulting free kick. Does big Dylan Parrish. As we spoke just on quarter time to his father, he's a bit rusty after coming back from that injury, so he'll take a couple of games to find his way, big Dylan Parrish. Jeremy Stacey now looking for options. He'll just kick it down the line, little chip kick, and it'll be Parrish, who's, these two are waxing, kicking and playing kick to kick, Parrish and Stacey. Stacey, they just let him run. He ran past three Timboon defenders, did Stacey, but goes forward. Coates, the fall of the ball. Good handball over the top by Stevens. Inside forward 50, and there was that man, Stacey. No. Good spoil by Thompson. Finds Ziegler looking for the outlet, and it's Thompson. Thompson just didn't sit for him, Bailey Thompson, but did. He was away. He was going to burn Cody Wagstaff off, but it just didn't sit for him. It'll be thrown back in front of the old scoreboard. And on the new scoreboard sees Timboon trailing Nirranda by 20 points, 4-6-30, trailing Nirranda 8-2-50.
Round the grounds, thanks to the vet group, quickly down to the Walter Roval. Allensford headed into half-time, 4 points up, so a really close battle down there.
Close tussle out at the Walter. No clear winner. Oh, Sam Wilshire just fumbles, gives it back to Toby Dalton. Good hit on by Ben Saunders, and he's come up a bit worse for wear. Stacey clean below his knees. Jeremy Stacey moves onto the left foot. He's got Nutting all by himself. Just overplayed it a little bit, did Nick Thompson, looking for the Rolls Royce in Wilshire. Handball over the top. No, intercepted there by Sam Newey. It was. And he had Nick Harding. Good defensive work there by Sam Newey. Left his man, the dangerous Nick Harding, and created a boundary throw-in. Ball will be thrown back in. It'll be Parrish and Warboys. Parrish wins out. Handball down to close to Nutting, and it's not coming out of there. And the umpire, Lockheed, who's been very good, the young fella, Michael Lockheed. Young up-and-coming umpire. Last game I did, he did it. Young Lockheed. He was very good then.
It's good to see.
Warboys wins it down, but coming through at pace was Stevens. Good tackle there by Timboon player in Nick Thompson. And it wasn't coming out of there. Thompson now will square it up back to his defensive goal square. Is that Wallace? I think it was. No, that was McGlair. Finds Warboys in the middle. true centre-half forward, or centre-half back for Timboon. Finds Allsop. Allsop will kick it out wide to no one in particular. It just goes out of bounds. And the ball will be thrown back in front of the Nirranda coach's box. And it'll be Matthews versus Giblin. Thrown back in. One down by Giblin. They both fight each other to Philp and Stacey. Philp gets the handball back to Wagstaff. Indiscriminate handball, but Giblin in the way. Back to Philp, back to Wilshire. Clearing kick out, looking for Regan Nutting, and it just trickles out in front of Dogger Nutting, in front of the Nirranda coach's box. And it's just an arm wrestle to start proceedings. Timboon getting the first score of the term. As the sun comes out, must be nearly 4 o'clock. It is nearly 4 o'clock. No clear winner there. Ball will be thrown back up. And it'll be another contest between Giblin and Matthews. No clear winner again at the fall of the ball was Wallace. Stacks on the mill. He's dived on it, and umpire Fleming says, yep, you've dived on it, Mitch Wallace, and it's resulting free kick will go in the way of Dylan Philp, who's been very handy too. I didn't put him down in the best players, Dylan Philp. Philp, kick inside forward 50.
Oh, good hands.
And it is the big fella, Nick Harding, will line up for his 4th goal on the only will be question of distance. He's directly in front, so it's just whether he can kick the journey. Do you reckon he's got it in him?
Oh, I don't know much about Big Wop, but he's looking pretty confident. I think he's a pretty known goal kicker.
Harding crossing 50 now. Kick on its way. Goal up by. Does not move.
Easily.
And that's his 4th goal of the day. That's Nirranda's 9th. It sees them move on to 9-2-56. Leading Timboon 4-6-30 on the Matco High scoreboard.
Through the race and out onto the arena, here is the toss. Tom gets the first possession, quick pass to Brett, drops the sitter, play on down the corridor, a cracking effort by Sam. Down the line to Tim with a sizzler, a turnover from Michael. Rachel gets it back, a chip kick to Charlotte, shakes off a tackle, back down the line to Sam, stacks on the mill, but he gets it out to Brett, he spins and bags a goal. Kerman's Hamburgers for the win, a fan favourite since 49.
Welcome back here to Timboon. Simon, not what Timboon needed, the first goal against them this term?
No, not at all. This game's in the balance here. If Nirranda get the next few, they could probably put this game to bed. Timboon get the next couple, they can jump back into the game really quickly.
Yeah, it's that 2-goal game, isn't it?
100%.
Like if Timboon can get the next 2, they're back in it. Oh, good kick in the way. Gillingham probably spoils. Newey kicking fine, looking for Thompson. Plenty of time. Low kick hits the goalpost, did Ben Saunders. That would have been the goal they needed to cancel out the first one. And he hits the goalpost while Richardson kick inside from the point in the way is Castledine. Castledine just overcooks it. Overcooks it and it's wheel in the way. Handball back. Sets his teammate in Neil.
Brock Neal.
Brock Neal had a task, but it was wrapped up by Timboon. And it'll be thrown up inside their forward 50. Good work there by Rowbottom at the fall of the ball, taking on the tackler. That's dropping the ball. Got past the tackle. Probably should have got rid of it, did Ben Saunders, but the next one got him. And it's Tyler Coates. Coates now clearing kick out to the far side, or the near side if you're over that side of the ground. It'll be thrown back in. No, it'll be a resulting free kick for out of bounds on the full. Going to Castledine. He'll kick it inside forward 50, looking for Love. Walsh could have been a free kick for insufficient attempt of a mark, but that'll be thrown back in. And right next to the behind post, favouring Timboon scoring Ed.
I reckon Braden might have the kit off, sitting over there on the bench.
You reckon? You reckon he's done enough?
Not sure. It might be old man syndrome.
Bit wet and cold for him, you reckon?
Yes, the accountant.
Oh. You can say that.
Yeah, does his best work behind the desk.
Good tackle there by Luke Wheel on Ben Newey. And Wheel gets the resulting.
This is good, bit of sledge.
Yeah, well, he can say it because he's his cousin.
Yeah.
Open season.
Wheel now will look to clear the defensive 50, but in the way is Walsh. Good contest, Jack Walsh. He tries hard, the young fella.
He does, yep.
And it'll be a resulting boundary throw-in on that far side as the sun is beaming here at Timboon. Beautiful afternoon for football now. Boundary throw-in. Robinson. Rowbottom, I should say. One down by Matthews. No clear winner at the fall of the ball. Nirranda will just get it going forward their way. But yes, it does look like Braden in that clear jumper over there. That's what he had on when I was talking to him before the game. Hopefully he hasn't hurt himself, or it might just be precaution. It's probably his first game back, I would think. Good clean hands there by Nirranda. Finds Sam Wilshire, but spoiled. In the way was Castledine. Wrapping tackle by White.
He's been pretty clean, Finn Castledine.
He has.
His first game. Bit of a smooth mover.
He is. He's under 18.
Mover. Yes, come back to the club.
Yep. Always good to get players back to the club.
Absolutely.
Wilshire.
Great tackle.
Dodges and weaves, but gets caught in a tackle, and it'll be a free kick in favour of Ziegler. Chisler too low, but Thompson's good enough to get it on the bounce. Quick inside kick, or kick inside.
Story of the day, isn't it?
Out of bounds on the full. That's the difference. It's just it's not the conditions to be trying to hit lasers. They've got to give them a bit of distance. Robinson finds Philp. Takes the man on the mark on handballs. Finds Richardson. Richardson will kick it inside. Back to centre wing. Leading the race is Timboon. Good handball. Intercepted there by Stevens. Stacey demanding the ball from Parrish. Gets it. Poor handball by Stacey to Wilshire. Misses the target, but it's Craven's good enough to clean it up. Handball back to Will Rowbottom. Rowbottom kicks inside forward 50, and Gout is in the way. Kick inside over the top. Overcooked it in the way is Robinson. That could have been a free kick against Hunt, but no. Hunt now. He's got runners to his left and right, but looks for Ziegler, who's got a Paddock. Kick inside forward 50, looking for and finding Josh Warboys. Or is that White?
Eben White.
Might be White there.
Now, number 24, Eddie Gort. Not Gout, but that could be something we roll with going forward, I think. Eddie Gout. He is a cult hero at Timboon.
Gort.
Or Gout.
It's one of those names that I get confused with, isn't it, Liam?
Sometimes he makes them up.
Eddie Gout's got a good ring to it.
White now to get the goal back that Miranda got early doors. White kick on its way. If it's got the journey, he's got the accuracy. Great kick, Eddie White. Eben White. I got the two names confused.
We're throwing him now.
Yeah. Great finish by White anyway. That's his first goal on the day. And that's Timboon's fifth. That sees them move to 5-7-37, trailing Nirranda 9-2-56 on the Matco Hire scoreboard.
At ASAP Local Plumbing, we know that when it comes to your home or business, you need a team that gets the job done right the first time. From expert hot water system installations to full septic tank and drainage solutions, we handle the heavy lifting so you don't have to. We're your go-to trusted professionals for water quality and filtration.
Welcome back here to Timboon, and a much-needed goal by the Timboon Demons sees them bridge the gap a little bit. Good tackle in there in the middle by Ziegler and Saunders on Craven. And the ball will be thrown back up. Rowbottom using his big body and wins it down. Overrunning it was Thompson in the way. Saunders handball looking, not sure who he's looking for, but Craven intercepts, finds Nutting. Nutting. Kick inside forward 50 at the fall of the ball was Wilshire. Back to Nutting. Nutting step. Harding overrunning it. Just a bit low was the kick for Harding. Good work, Jack Lenihan, to keep it in play. Slipping over. Is it out of bounds? What's going on here? Must have been out of bounds. They just stopped. Josh Warboys just stopped. It was probably a dangerous spot to stop.
Yeah, he put the brakes on Big Warbutt.
He pretty much said, no, that was out of bounds.
Yep.
And the ball will be thrown in next to the behind post, favouring the Nirranda end at the Timboon Recreation Reserve. And it'll be Parrish versus nobody. Parrish grabs it out of the ruck, handball. And there's our man, Stacey, is it? No, Stacks on the mill. Just getting it out then was Lewis Robinson.
He's been in the thick of everything today.
He started slow against Allansford, like they had. We've only seen Nirranda once this year, and free kick.
Nick Thompson, cop him on height.
Yeah, we've only seen Nirranda once, and of their grand final side, there was 13 players missing. So there's a few more back this week. This time we've called them. Clearing kick by Robinson finds Warboys, who I reckon predominantly played forward last year.
I believe he was up forward last year. He's a bit of a swing man. He goes into the ruck every now and then.
Yep, Warboys kick down the line, but it's got Hugh Giblin's name written all over it. Hugh Giblin has Wilshire in the middle. He's got Craven. He'll chip to Richardson. Good, dangerous kick, but Richardson was good enough. He now has a clearing kick, finding Walsh. Walsh now, he's got Craven. He'll just chip it to Danny Craven, smack bang in the middle of the recreation reserve here at Timboon. Craven looking for Parrish. Good spoil by Allsop. At the fall of the ball was Wilshire, the James variety. Handball up to Parrish. And just fumbled at the wrong time, did Dylan Parrish, and trickles out in front of the coach's box that sees Braden Harkness definitely in his civvies. It looks like one of his children next to him as well. So
young Hugo there, consoling Dad, I think.
Hopefully there's nothing wrong with Braden. But let's go with the, it's a bit cold.
Yep, too cold.
Fingers crossed.
Too cold, too old.
Love it.
And his wife Shelley's birthday Thursday. It was a good day Thursday, Fitzy. There was a lot of people have birthdays on Thursday.
Can imagine.
One down by Giblin. At the fall of the ball was Robinson. Trying to bust his way through was Louis Robinson. Wasn't getting through that. And there's a bit going on over there. Yeah, so there was a few people that I knew that had their birthday on Thursday, Liam.
Yep, I know. And I forgot to say happy birthday to one of them.
Yes, you did.
Guy in the front seat.
Anyway.
Not Simon.
No, it wasn't mine, mate.
No.
One down by Giblin, but in the way was Timboon. That hump is just a bit high, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit. We're at ground level today, so it's a little bit different. Normally we've got the little bit of elevation to look down, but...
Not today. Stacey dodging, weaving, gets out of 2-3 tackles, but just poor kick. Thompson in the way. Squaring it up, looking for White. Good work there by Wilshire. Wilshire to Lenahan. Lenahan back to Wilshire by hand. That was smooth. Quick play by Nirranda. Bounce of the ball. It's Warboys. Slips over at the wrong time. Dropped it. And umpire Lockheed says, yep, you did, young Josh Warboys. You dropped it. And Harding was good enough. Harding now wheels around using the stand rule.
Oh, no.
Kicks it inside off his instep. Mongrel kick and missed to the near side. And that moves Nirranda to 9-4. Leading Timboon 5-7 on the Mako High scoreboard.
Could be 9-3. I might have beat you to it.
No, yeah, 9-3. There you go. It was 9-3-57.
Sometimes I'm...
You are pretty quick.
Pretty quick. Other times, not so much.
Good spoil by Warboys. And at the fall is the cult hero.
Eddie Gout.
Eddie Gout. Eddie Gout. Or is it is Gort,
It's definitely Gort, but...
I think Simon's just changed it just quietly.
Yep.
One down by Giblin to Robinson. Missed Stacey by hand. Kick off the ground by Thompson, and in the way is Neil. Neil a wheel onto the right boot. Misses Rowbottom. Sets Big Will Rowbottom a task, but he's good enough. Slips over at the wrong time. Handball back. In the way is Timboon player in McGlair. And the ball will be thrown in front of the big crowd here at Timboon under the Joe's shed.
It's interesting that hump, isn't it? Like it's quite steep when you look at it from this angle.
Yeah, that makes the water run to the wings, mate. Don't you know that?
It's bloody fantastic.
You got to concave it so the water trickles off.
That explains why I could never play here. I was running uphill all the time.
Yeah, well, that's true too. And nothing really happening on that outer wing in front of the coach's box and Joe's shed here at Timboon. And umpire Lake will throw it up. We'd much rather it when it's this side of the ground.
Bring it across.
Bring it across here. Umpire Lake separating the two teams. One by Giblin. For the ball, Ziegler with that pace. Ziegler just gets it going forward. Someone who's been quiet this quarter is Oliver Delaney. I've just seen, might have been on the bench part of the rotation. He hasn't really been in the action this quarter, Simon.
Can't see the lid out there at this point. One person who is starting to get a bit more of the ball is the veteran Nick Thompson.
Yes.
Hasn't played for a fair while, so you got to give him a bit of grace, but he's starting to work his way into that game.
Great tap by Giblin. Finds Nutting to Wagstaff by hand. Finds Philp. Philp inside forward 50. He's got that man, Stacey. He must really, really stink because nobody wants to go near him. It's Jeremy Stacey. It's just no one wants to go near him. He happened in the grand final too. Stacey pumping it inside forward 50. He's got big,
grab.
strong mark by Nick Harding.
No sign of handball there, boys.
No.
No
work.
showboating.
I'm going to put him down for his 5th goal.
Yeah.
Yep. He's in the goal square. He's a right footer. He's asking for a rotation because he might be a bit cooked, Nick Harding.
That could be part of the show.
It could be part of the show. Harding comes in. He might kick it in the man on the mark. Oh, doesn't miss. Chips it over the mark, and that moves Nirranda on to 10-3-63, leading Timboon 5-7-37 on the Mako High scoreboard.
At the Vet Group, we strive to provide you and your pet with a service of the highest standard, which is both compassionate and professional. Our aim is to keep your pet strong and healthy with timely preventative advice and treatment when required. Should your pet need emergency care, we are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Your pet is an important member of your family, and as such, we treat them with the respect and empathy that they deserve. The Vet Group, your local vet.
And welcome back to Timboon, and it sees Timboon leading by, 26 points here. And it's back in the middle, and it's Giblin versus Matthews. One down by Giblin. At the fall of the ball was Ziegler. Doesn't get it. Quick kick forward is by Giblin. Running onto it is Stacey. Stacey stumbles in the bog, but gets tripped, unfortunately, by... and there's 50. No. I don't reckon he was abusing the umpire. Nick Thompson looked like he was giving someone a spray further up the ground. But the umpire, Lockheed, didn't have any of it and said 50-metre penalty, and Jeremy Stacey will line up for his first goal of the day. Smack bang from the goal line, and that's definitely not what Timboon wanted. Stacey goes bang.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if that was Nick Thompson spraying the umpire. That would be a very odd crime for him.
It wouldn't. It was probably the right decision if he's heard something, but Thompson was looking for someone up the ground, so he wasn't happy with something he's seen. But Stacey was stumbling, and they both were stumbled, and he just grabbed him.
Just slipped low, didn't it?
Yeah, it was just unfortunate. So as the ball comes back to the middle, and that's a pretty handy lead now. Skipping out to a 32-point margin here at Timboon, but they've shown signs, Timboon. They've just got to clean it up a little bit, and they're well in this game still.
Yeah, they need to kick a few quick ones here.
Ball's thrown back up in the middle, and no clear winner at the fall of the ball's Hunt. Hunt now too high, free kick. There's a centre clearance going their way. So Nirranda have had ground position with their movement with the ball this half. Timboon will get this going forward now. Hunt now looking for options. Nothing forthcoming. He'll just go square and find Sam Newey. Sam Newey will chip it over the top, looking for and finding Matthews, but drop what he should have taken. He's good enough to pick it up and come back inside. Kick inside, looking for Ziegler. The fall of the ball is castled on, slipped over at the wrong time, but it's Stacey. Stacey intercepted handball by White. He's got Love on wheel. He's got his work cut out. There's Tarkin Love. Good at the fall of the ball. Finds Thompson. Thompson, what's he going to do? He's going to snap it around the corner, and Thompson will miss. And he's had an almost sort of day. He could have almost had 6, but he's only got 2, has Bailey Thompson.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. Bailey Thompson on another day probably kicks 3 of the 4 that he's missed.
100%. Yep.
And the game's a lot tighter.
Yep.
So, and it's just sitting here with you. Obviously, you have vested interest in Timboon. But you can see they've got enough of it's just the ball, the quality of ball going inside 450 that they're missing.
Yeah, and it could just be, you've got a lot of guys out there for Nirranda who've played 100 games extra and they've just got that composure and skill level under pressure.
That's it. Richardson kicks out from fullback, but Bailey Thompson is in the way. Thompson now looking for Love. Love on wheel. Love got it. Not sure. He just lost connection there, did Luke Wheel.
Yes. Usually he wears them like a glove. Wheelie.
It was a pretty good kick by Bailey Thompson to the advantage of the forward. Wrong side for a right footer is this pocket.
He's going the drop punt.
He's going the drop punt. He's not going the banana. Love now coming in. No, he's going the banana, and he's kicked the belly of the ball.
Played a trick on us there.
Yeah. Like he's close enough where he could probably just get on that angle and actually he was looking to try and drop punt it, but he's close enough that he could just probably go. He's not going to kick it short.
No.
But it'd be Richardson now to bring it back in. You can't be running around through there, Jeremy, but he will. Richardson goes back out the other side.
Yeah,
and if they can move the ball, missed kick coming out of defence. But Richardson is good enough to clean up his work, and he's got Stacey all by himself out on this near wing. Kick on its way. Good work there by Thompson. He could see it telegraphed a long way away, did Nick Thompson. Thompson handball up at the ground to the helmeted one, and he's got it. Oliver Delaney, great work, Nick Thompson. Saw the telegraph from a mile away, intercepted, then butted up his work, handball up off the ground to Oliver Delaney, and that's a much-needed goal to Timboon. Sees them move on to 6-9-43, trailing Nirranda 11-3-69 on the Matco High scoreboard.
G'day, Jeff Cook here at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool. We're more than just tyres. Our team not only specialise in helping you with your tyre needs, but other mechanical needs as well. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool has all the leading brands of tyres, including Hankook, Maxxis and VFG. Plus, we also offer a number of wheel packages and wheel alignments. Get in touch with us at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool for your mechanical needs. We are more than just tyres at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool, Raglan Parade.
And welcome back here to Timboon, and a much-needed goal by the home side. Simon.
Yeah, that man, Nick Thompson, come across, cut that one off. He's lifted in this quarter. As I said, he's missed a lot of footy, so probably just finding his feet again.
Ball's in dispute here. Clean hands by Nirranda. Toby Dalton goes back in through the traffic, but gets tackled, and it's nothing coming out of it now. Could have been too high, holding the ball.
Ooh, Danny Craven.
Danny Craven, good work, Danny Craven on Reese Ziegler. Ziegler to Stacey. On the tackle on Stacey by Ziegler. Back to Dalton. Dalton will slam it on the left boot. Down this near wing. Good spoil there by Sam Newey, and it'll be out of bounds.
Yeah, he does well, Sam. He often plays on people a lot bigger than him and obviously heavier than him.
Plays bigger.
He does.
Tall. Does Sam Newey. And the ball will be thrown back into play. In the bathing sunshine. It's probably going to go pretty soon, I would think.
Yep.
Ball's thrown back in. Matthews wins it down. Gets it out, back to Hunt. Hunt will kick to touch. Leading the way is Brad Gillingham, overrunning it. Good body work there by Craven. Finds Philp. Philp feigns a tackle in the back, pushing the back.
Yep,
trip,
legged.
You name it. There was a free kick there. He just had to be a bit cleaner. Philp now takes the advantage of the stand rule. Looking for Harding. Harding takes on the tackle, busts his way through, and he just got him too high on White. Yeah, we couldn't hear you then, Vissi.
Sorry, I was just going to say, don't argue. No, that's just don't talk.
That's it. Oh, Richardson flies, doesn't come down with the mark, and good tackle on Giblin by Thompson. just absorbs the tackle, did Hugh Giblin. Around the ground, Swans just beat the Kangaroos by 8 points.
They're coming.
They're coming, the Kangaroos. Good strong work though by Philp and Ziegler. Nothing happening there.
He's putting his body in at the minute, Reece. Ziegler, that is. He's had a few good contests in the last couple of minutes.
Around the grounds quickly, boys. District League footy down at the MAC. Russells Creek 18-9, 117. Comfortable leaders over PAMU 5-2-32 and waiting for an update down at the Allensford Rovers game. The Cats went into halftime 4 points up, so certainly a close contest down there.
What was the score at the Creek game again, mate?
18-10, 118 to PAMU 7-5-47.
Yeah, okay. PAMU have fought back a little bit, considering it was 15 goals to 2 there for a point.
Yes.
Ball's thrown back in, and it's Matthews down to wins it down, but Philp's in the way, not coming out of the tackle. Good tackle there by White, and it'll be thrown up. Smack bang on centre wing here at Timboon. Ball's thrown up. Rowbottom Matthews just pushes him out of the way. Did Will Rowbottom. Matthews good enough to follow up his work. Punching it forward is Ziegler. Tyler Coates just trying to bust his way through, but couldn't get through. The good tackle there by Timboon. Players in Gillingham and looks to be Dalziel. One down. No clear winner. The fall of the ball's nutting. The kid with the lid, Delaney. Back to Ziegler. Not coming out of there. Just a bit of a nothing sort of passage to play here, Simon.
Important in a different way because we're 30 minutes in and another goal to Nirranda really hurts. So Timboon will not want to concede.
No, they do not. But it's clear and kick by Dalton forward. Rolls Royce Wilshire. Be good for the run after today. Wilshire clear and kick. War Boys inside the centre square, and there's the siren in the third turn. That was very dangerous by Josh Warboys.
Probably
as Simon takes his record out of his mouth that he was chewing hard.
Not where you want to see your big fella kicking it.
No, he kicked it straight to Brock Neal, who was almost streaming into the forward 50, but the siren saved the day. And at the end of the third term, sees Nirranda adding 3 goals to their score to Timboon's 2. And Timboon had 6 scoring shots, so they're bad kicking's bad footy. If I do my maths quick, they've outscored. They've had more scoring shots than Nirranda.
They have. They've had an almost day.
They have had an almost day. And at 3/4 time, it's Timboon trailing Nirranda 6-9-45, trailing Nirranda 11-3-69 on the Macco Higher scoreboard. So it's set up for an interesting final term. What are we? It's 24 points. Yeah, 24 points and even 4 goals.
Still gettable.
So the game's still, yeah, that's it is still in the balance. Simon?
Yeah, I think the first goal will be very, very important.
Crucial.
You know, if you look at the scenarios, if Timboon get one in the first 2 minutes, and particularly if Bailey Thompson's involved and get a bit of a roll on, then the game could be right back on. But you go the other way, and if Big Whopper gets another couple of goals or gets his hand on a couple, or if even Parrish starts chipping in with a couple, or Jeremy Stacey, then it's going to be a long, long way back for Timboon.
It is. And what we might do, Simon and Liam, we might come back after this break for the final term.
Hi, Ben Cunnington here. When it comes to looking after my property, there's one place I trust, Bell's Garden Centre. They stock ride-on mowers from Ferris, Ariens and Country Clipper, plus small power equipment from Victor, Super Swift, Echo, Shindaiwa and Greenworks. With over 60 years combined servicing experience, they'll keep your gear running right. And it's not just machinery. Bells have everything for your garden, from giftware and pots to bird baths and concrete features. They even deliver anywhere across the southwest. So if you want the best for your yard, head to Bell's Garden Centre. They've got you covered.
At Solomon's Flooring, Terry has installed carpet for his mum and is giving the chance for another mum to win a voucher for $2,000. Carpet, tiles, blinds and much more. Yes, $2,000 to give away. See our Facebook page for details. National Tiles, Solomon's Flooring and Blinds, 1050 Raglan Parade.
Hi, I'm Roma Britnell, and I'm your local Member of State Parliament. Together we can make the South West Coast an even better place to live. But I need you to let me know what's important to you. Only then can I truly understand your aspirations and be the best representative for you. Feel free to drop into my office and share your thoughts with me. I'm also online at romabritnell.com.au or catch me on social media. I'm here to work for you. Let's make it happen and let's make a difference.
G'day, Jeff Cook here at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool. We're more than just tyres. Our team not only specialise in helping you with your tyre needs, but other mechanical needs as well. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool has all the leading brands of tyres, including Hankook, Maxxis and VFG. Plus we also offer a number of wheel packages and wheel alignments. Get in touch with us at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool for your mechanical needs. We are more than just tyres at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool, Raglan Parade.
Oh, I forgot. What time's your meeting tomorrow
Buddy, no. All new Hyundai Tucson. Tomorrow wants its car back.
If you're buying or selling a home, Gleeson Real Estate are here to help. The hardworking team at Gleeson are happy to support you right through the buying and selling process. Gleeson Real Estate, friendly faces, expert local knowledge.
At the Vet Group, we strive to provide you and your pet with a service of the highest standard, which is both compassionate and professional. Our aim is to keep your pet strong and healthy with timely preventative advice and treatment when required. Should your pet need emergency care, we are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Your pet is an important member of your family, and as such, we treat them with the respect and empathy that they deserve. The Vet Group, your local vet.
Through the race and out onto the arena, here is the toss. Tom gets the first possession, quick pass to Brett, drops the sitter, play on down the corridor, a cracking effort by Sam. Down the line to Tim with a sizzler, a turnover from Michael. Rachel gets it back, a chip kick to Charlotte, shakes off a tackle, back down the line to Sam, stacks on the mill, but he gets it out to Brett, he spins and bags a goal. Kerman's Hamburgers for the win, a fan favourite since 49.
At ASAP Local Plumbing, we know that when it comes to your home or business, you need a team that gets the job done right the first time. From expert hot water system installations to full septic tank and drainage solutions, we handle the heavy lifting so you don't have to. We're your go-to, trusted professionals for water quality and filtration.
A moment that lingers a little longer. Warm water under open sky. Quiet conversations over something beautiful. Time that feels unhurried and entirely hers. This Mother's Day, give wellness. A Deep Blue gift voucher at thedeepblue.com.au.
And welcome back here to the Timboon Recreation Reserve. What sets up to be a delightful final term, Simon Harkness?
Yeah, important first couple of minutes here, Hawks. Timboon get the first couple. Game on.
They get the first one. It's going to give them a bit of a lease of life. I know when they were trailing at the three-quarter time against Merivale down here, and they kicked 5 goals to nothing.
Yeah, Joe's shed starts rocking.
Yeah, so they do come home hard. I would suggest last time they probably would have been going down. So they're kicking uphill towards the... well, no, they are kicking downhill, so there is a chance. Wilshire fumbles, but it's Ziegler with clean hands below his knees, finds Wallace. Oh, there's that man, Thompson, trying to take a hanger. Richardson, just the wily defender in...
He's been solid today.
Brendan Richardson, he knows his role, doesn't he?
Yep. Long limbs.
And the young boundary umpire will throw it back in. It'll be Rowbottom and Matthews. Short throw in by the boundary umpire, and Rowbottom just punches it forward. Leading in the race back is Gillingham, who slips over And Phil nearly hurdled him and then had to nearly hurdle the fence.
It's an interesting technique there by Big Rowie.
Yeah, just whacking it forward. So the young boundary umpire will throw it back in. It'll be Rowbottom Matthews. Rowbottom gets front position. Matthews uses a bit of body work, kicks it forward. In the way is Wagstaff. Wagstaff handballs over to Rowbottom. Rowbottom by hands find Craven. Craven down the line looking for Wilshire. Kicks too long, and it's Stevens and McGlair. McGlair, what was he doing? He paid a push in the back, did young Lockheed. That was dangerous by Jack McGlair. I would have just let it trickle out of bounds.
Yeah, that was
another day, but
big brain fade there from Jack. Got away with it.
And a poor kick there by Jack, but Warboys is good enough to clean it up. Deep inside his defensive 50, right against the behind post, favouring the Nirranda end. Warboys looking for Ziegler. Good kick, finds Ziegler. Just, what was he doing there? He probably could have just kept running into it.
Yeah, he just throttled back a bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he should have just, even if he slid into it and took a chest mark.
Might be gassed.
He might be
Hopefully
gassed.
not.
But the ball will be thrown back in front of our cameramen and women down here. And it'll be Matthews and Rowbottom. Big throw in by the boundary umpire. Favours Rowbottom with the body. Looks out to Dalton. Dalton onto the left foot and Harding in front where every good forward should be. Nick Harding lining up for his 6th goal of the day and to potentially put a nail in the Timboon coffin here. But that was great work by Rowbottom. It was a different boundary umpire, so he knew he was a bit stronger and kept the back position. Tapped it down, find Toby Dalton. Harding kick on its way. A goal umpire shuffles a little bit to her right. But it's a goal. That's his 6th goal on the day. The big full forward for Nirranda, Nick Robinson. That sees them move to 12-3-75, leading Timboon 6-9-45 on the Macco High scoreboard.
Lava Street Veterinary Clinic on Raglan Parade is a caring, family-run clinic offering exceptional care at affordable prices. We're the only clinic in Warrnambool dedicated to small animals. Paws, feathers, scales and fins. For over 40 years, our family tradition has been our commitment to your pet's wellbeing. With a purpose-built facility and the latest technology, we provide gold standard care. From community de-sexing days to special offers each month, experience the difference at Lava Street Veterinary Clinic.
Welcome back here to Timboon. Sees a clearance to Timboon, but in the way, it's actually gone backwards into their defensive half, and it's Castle. No, that's Wallace. Clearing handball, finding Gillingham. No, that was Warboys.
Thompson downfield.
Free kick downfield. Resulting free kick would go to Berry, even though Rowbottom, but it was a kick after, well, knocked to ground after he got rid of the ball. Berry now. They need to get one, and they need to get one fast. That's a free kick against Nirranda. I'm paying. No, it's a free kick to Nirranda. Favouring Coates. Or is that Wagstaff? It might have been Wagstaff. Warboys goes up with the one hand, but at the fall of the ball is Wilshire, and it trickles out of play for a boundary throw-in. And as the sun, it was out for ever so briefly moment, or fleeting moment, has gone behind the cloud. We might get a bit of rain here at Timboon to finish the final term. Ball's thrown back into play. Rowbottom using the body. I think Jack Matthews, when Rowbottom's in the ruck's got to take back position. Good strong work by Wallace. Takes a bounce through the middle of the ground. Streaming forward, looking for love. Peeling off his opponent was Coates. Fall the back of the play. There's Thompson, just stumbled at the wrong moment. Hunt, good enough. Handball back to Newey. The two veterans combined. What's Ben Newey going to do? He'll find a target inside forward 50. And Thompson, what's happened there? Has that been paid a mark? I think it might have been. Looked like it was pretty clean. And it's Bailey Thompson lining up for his 3rd goal. And to cancel the goal out that Harding got earlier on in the term.
Nice little passage of play by the veterans there at Timboon.
He was always going to find a target, didn't you? He kick on its way. It's low. What was Tarkin Love doing? Was that going through for a behind? That's probably his 5th behind on the day, Bailey Thompson.
He won't be happy on reflection of this game with his goal kicking. There's another sack.
It was a terrible kick. It was like it was a stab pass. Richardson now coming out from his back line from the behind. Has Giblin at the fall of the ball. Ziegler. Ziegler kicking inside, forward. Inside, finds McGlair. McGlair squaring kick up, finding White. White now. What's he going to do? He's going to punch it forward. Low kick, good body work. But Wagstaff, strong through the hips was Cody Wagstaff. At the fall of the ball was Newey. Takes on the tackler, dropping the ball. Got through one. Didn't get through the second one. It was Ben Newey, wasn't it?
Ben Newey, yeah, the cat's head. He is as tough as nails, that bloke, but just couldn't quite get through the second tackle.
Couldn't get through. Resulting free kick will go Niranda's way, and it'll be Stevens kicking it down the far side. Looking for Rowbottom. Good contest by the two ruckmen. At the fall of the balls, McGlair. Oops. Oh, that was Thompson to McGlair. Now Thompson will get the resulting free kick.
What was that one for, Walks?
Probably holding the man, I would suggest. Kick inside by Watson. Watson finds Wallace. Wallace now pumping it forward to Love. For the balls, all Timboon. Snap around the corner by the kid with the lid and Delaney, and that's his second goal of the day.
That's a contender.
That is a contender for the Kelly. No,
try again.
QX3 goal of the
That's
day
the
by the kid with the lid.
There it is.
Dylan Delaney. I hope he's a kid.
Absolutely. Sure. Well, he is now. You've taken some years off his life.
Delaney, where every small forward should be front and square of the contest. He looks very young. Potentially.
Yep. Lids off.
Lids off.
The lid's off.
Lids off in the van because the Bombers have just got their second. And back in the middle here, it's a much-needed goal to Timboon. Sees them 7-10-52, trailing Nirranda 12-5, 73 on the Macco High scoreboard. One down by Giblin, straight down the throat of Louis Robinson. Attack the ball, Berry handball, back to Wallace, smothered by Robinson again. Coming through is Dalton, but it's that man Newey out to Gillingham. Gillingham back to Thompson, too high, dropping the ball, holding the ball. Free kick favouring Timboon, and that is White. White handball over, finding Ziegler. Ziegler in the way. Good strong work there by Wagstaff, getting in the way of Love. Nothing really happening out there on that outer wing. The crowd's getting involved. The locals are getting restless over there.
Joe's shed's rocking.
Yep.
You said that if they get a sniff, the locals will get going over there, bring home their team.
Yeah, if Pat Hickey gets on a bin lid, you're in big trouble.
Is that right?
Yeah, he loves it.
For ratings, let's hope that happens.
Quick kick inside forward. 50, Love splits the pack. Handball over the top, finds Hunt. Hunt dribbles a kick, and in the goal square is Saunders.
Goal!
Benny Saunders has his first.
Here we go.
And moves the score on to Timboon, 8-10-58, trailing Nirranda 12-3, 75 on the Matco Hire scoreboard.
Matco Hire for all your hire needs. Portable en-suites, generators, toilets, and introducing Matco's new Genie 20-metre boom lift. Matco Hire, everything you need in one location.
Welcome back here to Timboon, and golly gosh, that's exactly what the Timboon Demons need, Simon.
Yep, Joe's shed starting to fire up.
Under the heater of the fire that would be over there. A few jars into the boys, I would suggest.
Yep.
Can't hear you, Liam. Turn your mic on.
Try now.
Try now.
Round the grounds, down to the Walter. Allensford 12-8-80. Still leading South Rovers 8-4-54. That was at three-quarter time, so you'd be assuming you'd be about 10 minutes in to the fourth.
Same here. No, Giblin wins it down and straight to Dylan Philp, and it wasn't coming out of there. Good tackle by Ziegler. Smack bang, still in the Timboon Recreation Reserve. Well done. One down by Giblin to Robinson. It's a free kick. No. Wasn't ball up there by young Lockheed. He's quick on the whistle for the ball ups with the young fella, which is okay. One down by Nirranda, but it's Timboon with the clearance. Saunders kick inside forward 50. Wasn't one of the better looking kicks you want to see, but leading in the way. Good work, Richardson off the ball. Now we get the resulting handball. Nutting, but in the way was Hunt. They've really lifted the game, the tempo here, have Timboon. And it's going to take Nirranda's experience to stem the flow here, I think, because they've got a bit of a sniff in the nostrils, do Timboon.
Yep.
And it's 8-10 to 12-3. And what is that? That is 17-point margin here out at the Timboon Recreation Reserve. And by the sounds of the round of grounds, Fitzy, we have the close one.
It does seem that way.
One down by Giblin to Felp. Wasn't he the actor?
Not
Free
sure.
kick for dropping the ball, holding the ball. Going in favour of Regan Nutting against Timboon. Nutting finds the Rolls Royce in Wilshire. James Wilshire spreads it out to that man in Stevens. Now, that's got to be stand 50 nearly.
Oh.
He can't be moving on the
No,
mark.
he took a few liberties there, Reece.
Stacey, kick inside. That's too high. We can see it from here. Even down in the dip, umpire Fleming says no. Yep. We've got better eyes than you boys.
Got away with one there.
I'm just impressed you've noticed the monitor walks. That's great.
Yeah, no, I've not noticed the monitor. And around the grounds, mate, the Bombers 3 goals, the Giants 2. So
enjoy that while it lasts.
I tell you what, it'd be a good birthday present if the Bombers get up. Ball's thrown back in, and it's Matthews and Rowbottom. Matthews wins down. Handball back, finds the man in Thompson. Thompson kick forward, but it's out of bounds on the full, and the resulting free kick will go in the favour of Nirranda to Tyler Coates or James Wilshire, one or the other. No, James Wilshire it will be. And there's a lot of numbers down the near side, so you look to punch it to the inside forward 50, looking for Rowbottom, I should say. Get my Rowbottoms and Robinsons mixed up a little bit. Dropping the ball, free kick against Nirranda. Against Timboon it was. Took on the tackle, did Matthews, and the resulting free kick
Stacey
was to Parrish, and now squared it up to Jeremy Stacey, lining up for his second goal of the day. Son of Chris, former Fitzroy Brisbane Lions player, and a handy football in his own right was Chris Stacey. Jeremy Stacey, a noted goal kicker, lining up, goes through his routine. Coming in, he's 30 metres out on a slight angle, kick on its way, and it looks to be narrow. Dodged a bullet there, did Timboon. Moves Nirranda on to 12-4, 76, leading Timboon 8-10, 58. Clearing kick out by Timboon, finds Newey. Newey has Allsop. Kick is centimetre perfect. And 50 metres against. Hey, at 14:03 on the clock, Liam. We need to do that. We need to ask Jamie why he paid 50-metre penalty when we get him into the selectors. What's your decision?
Get Jamie in.
Kick inside forward 50. Ziegler finds Nick Thompson, who, as you said, is getting rolling. Nick Thompson. Little chip kick. Finding his namesake in Bailey Thompson. No relation, I assume, there.
No relation, no.
Thompson now kicking inside forward 50 in the ways Rowbottom. Stacey will just punch it through and live to fight another day. That's the experience of Nirranda. Now, Jeremy Stacey kicked it behind, and he's in there deep in the back line saving goals. Kick inside, finds Richardson. Fumble by Stacey. Gillingham under all sorts of pressure is Stacey. Great work, Brad Gillingham. As you hear the locals out there on that far side under the social club and under Joe Shedd's roof.
The bin's
getting up and about.
The bin's getting moved in place.
Yes. Pat knows where they are.
They've got to get one, and they've got to get one soon to get a bit of a sniff in the nostrils to Timboon, who trail by. What is that? 17 points. Smother. Not much really happening there. Stacks on the mill. And what's the umpire Fleming going to say? I'll have it. He's thrown up.
Yeah, Newey in the thick of that.
Look for the veterans to get involved here. Ash Hunt Ben Newey, row bottom versus
Oh,
Angus. Could
not
have
sure
been
you can do
block,
that.
push in the back. That's just Will row bottom using all of his years of experience as a ruckman.
Yeah, great game by
He's
Will
played
today.
really well by Will. He's got Stacey wide, but no, he'll go out to the coach's box side looking for his fellow ruckman in
Warboys.
Giblin, but a good strong mark by Warboys. Warboys inside looking for Gillingham. Missed it. Missed his target, but Gillingham's good enough to clean it up. Newey, there's the experience. Back to Hunt. Just to settles things down. He's got time. He's
Got a wrestle on it, centre half forward.
Two blokes having a go. Kick inside forward 50s and finding White.
Nice, hard contested mark there.
Was it Sam Wilshire and Archie Dalziel?
A good old-fashioned heavyweight title
Yeah,
fight.
a couple of welterweights.
And we've got White lining up to bring the margin back within 2 goals. White now kick on its way. Looks like it doesn't have the journey. It does have but it was always wide. They're sort of kicking themselves out of today's game there, Timboon. 20 scoring shots to 16. They could well be in front. And Richardson will bring it out to this near side, the broadcast wing. Good
Great
mark
grab.
there by Warboys, who's really stood tall in this final half. Warboys, what's he going to do? Pump it long, give Lockyer, give him a chance to go to work. Bigger body, there it is.
Good grab.
Get it in. The big fellas don't get any smaller on these wet days. And Tarkin Lockyer, you play for Collingwood. Tarkin Love.
Tell you what, mate, you've had a big week.
I have had a big
Paul.
week. But I was close. I got his
You were.
first name right.
Yeah, that's right.
And his first, the letter of the last name. But it's Love.
Well
coming
defended.
in, much needed goal. Pretty deliberate approach. Love. Ball drops pretty good, but he's missed it to the right.
No way.
They are kicking themselves out of this, Timboon. Nirranda look to have stopped to us. Walk. And what will happen here now is Nirranda will take the full length kick goal and close the game out.
That's footy gods.
It is.
It's footy rules.
Drop mark from the resulting behind by Walsh. Clearing kick in the way of Philp and Craven. Timboon, we've got all the running here. They just need a goal. But it's Nirranda clean off the ground. Parrish leading in the race is Castledine. Trickles out of play.
Sam Newey.
Oh, that would have just put everything back in perspective, I reckon, if that goal had gone through.
Yeah, for sure, mate. Definitely. But it didn't.
We nearly saw Simon out of the van just then.
I was looking for a bin.
Get the bin going.
I was looking for a bin lid to start smashing. I think the wheelie bins have been put on hold over at Joe's
Now,
shed.
we've only got room for one grumpy person in this commentary team, and that's Paul Walker.
Hey,
I'm
get
not
stuffed.
grumpy, passionate.
Passionate. That's right, passionate. One down by Nirranda, but it's Hunt at the fall of the ball. Gillingham. Good tackle there by Craven and Philp, and it'll be Philp. Where did I get Philp from? Peter Philp? Michael Philp?
Wasn't he an Olympian?
Michael Phelps was an Olympian, greatest ever Olympian. Yep. One down by Giblin. It's to Philp. Philp inside forward 50. In front was Stevens. At the fall of the ball was Nirranda. Good handball. Squaring kick up, and it's Harding leading out on the lead. He's run a long way. But lucky he fumbled and dropped it. A handball inside is Gillingham. Taking on the Parrish tackle. Wrapped
Great
around
tackle.
and it's nutting in the way. But Ash Hunt back to Allsop. Back to Thompson just punches it forward. Yep. And the ball will trickle out of play.
He's deceptively quick, big whopper.
He is.
Lucky enough to have a season of cricket with him. In between the wickets, he would take 4 steps and be at the other end.
Yeah, he's a big long legs.
Yeah.
And when you're a forward, you're a lot quicker around goals than chasing blokes.
There's a bit more of an incentive.
Yeah, correct. Ball's thrown back into play. At the fall of the ball's nutting. Back to Richardson. Good smother there by Timboon. Cleaning it up is Walsh. Back to Wilshire. Wilshire will wheel onto the right boot, looking inside forward 50 for Parrish. Overrunning it was Parrish. Stacey now. Back to Craven. Back to Dylan Wilshire. It's not really coming out of there. Danny Craven bends down, picks it up. Not coming out. And it'll be a ball up. That's centre half forward, 50 metres out from the Nirranda goal. And they lead by 15 points. One down by Giblin, straight to Craven, not coming out of the Ben Newey tackle, who has also lifted his work rate this half too, Ben Newey.
He's got better.
Down to Craven, smothered kick. Coming through was Timboon, didn't catch his number, it was Nick Thompson.
Yep.
Good tackle there by Philp. And it'll be another ball up. No clear winner again. We're just going to sort of absorb a bit of tackle time and so forth and just take a bit of time out of the clock. Nirranda here, who'd lead by 15 points. No clear winner in that tap, and it's Hunt just fumbled at the wrong moment, taking on the tackle, but no, too high was the initial contest.
That is one of Ash Hunt's party tricks. Getting low, getting high free kicks.
Hunt out to White, finds the kid with the lid and Delaney. Delaney kicking inside, forward 50, Thompson. Thompson has the wheels to burn, he'll burn off Wagstaff. Bananas are back, looking for Love. Love now, could have been a push in the back, play on, says umpire Fleming. Didn't have it, holding the ball, don't know what the crowd's going on about. There was not really much in that.
Doesn't matter.
Passionate.
And the ball will be thrown up 40 metres out inside Timboon's forward 50. No clear winner. Love, handball forward. In the way is Richardson. Richardson handballs it out, looking for Walsh. Walsh will just see it over the boundary line for a throw in. And take a bit more time off the clock. As Nirranda lead by 15 points, 12-4-76, leading Timboon 8-13, 61. Ball's thrown back into play. Rowbottom, no clear winner. Quick kick out by Lenahan. In the way is McGlair. And it's nutting up to Craven by hand. Punching it forward. There's no one inside the forward 50 except for Robinson, or Harding, I should say. Thompson picks it up.
Great.
Finds Ziegler. Squaring kick by Thompson finds Ziegler, who then finds the kid with the lid and Delaney. I think that might stick, don't you?
Yep.
Delaney kicking it inside forward 50. Sets his man a task. That could have been a push in the back and
paid
was
it.
seen by umpire Fleming. Didn't need to do that, Dylan Philp. And the resulting free kick will go in the way of Thompson. Look, kick forward. Name written all over it, Jared Walsh. Walsh now clearing kick, finds the president in Dylan Wilshire. Dylan Wilshire taking his time. He's got Hugh Giblin down the line. He'll look to kick it to Giblin. Sets him a task over the top. Stevens through the hands of McGlair. At the fall of the ball is Gillingham. That could have been a trip. No, nothing. Nothing in that. Nothing to see. And he gives it back to the boundary umpire. Be thrown back in. There's a bit going on between Stevens.
Stevens doesn't mind a little bit of rough stuff.
Wallace. Ball's thrown back in. Nothing really happening. Wallace could have been a free kick. Yeah, okay. Wall Boys has it in the middle here. What's he going to do? He's looking for a target inside forward 50 and finds
Saunders there.
Saunders.
Good hands.
Ben Saunders now. Handball to War Boys. Has to go back onto his right boot. Does Josh Warboys. Inside forward 50 and in the way. A poor kick. And it's the Rolls Royce in James Wilshire. Finds Dylan Philp.
I think Ben's got to be confident in himself there. He's a fine kick, Ben Saunders.
Yeah.
Need to back himself to take a few metres and kick it long there or find a target.
Philp kicks it long, looking for Stevens and McGlair contest. Well, also, Warboys should be smart enough to know his right foot. He should have, if he wanted the handball, he should have ran around the other side of him, so he didn't have to wheel back onto it too.
Yeah, the illustrated man. I don't think he thought that one through too much.
Excuse me. As this game is getting very tight. It's a 15-point margin here down at Timboon. Timboon need the next one, and they need it fast. Thrown back in. One down by Giblin. Coming through is Philp. But the kid with the lid and Delaney comes out and Craven handball forward to Craven, and it's Stacey overrunning it. Was Jack Lenihan as well. Wallace to Saunders to Newey, all by hand. Newey now, chip kick inside, finding Thompson, but in the way is Wagstaff. Ooh, Gillingham. Well done. And Spilp and Stacey, who got up hobbling a little bit, did Jeremy Stacey there.
Hit.
Good hit by him and the kid with the lid. Delaney, who's getting a bit worse for wear. And Jeremy Stacey, they know the time. They know they're in front. This is where the experience of Nirranda will come to the fore. Stacey kicks it inside forward 50, looking for Parrish. Good spoil there by McGlair. At the fall of the ball is Wilshire. Kick inside. Dangerous kick. Top of the 50. At the fall of the ball is Castledine. Took on the tackle. No, too high. Umpire Lake said.
Fortunate free kick there for Finn.
Finn Castledine, who's, I believe, his first game, has put on a really good performance today as Castledine. Castledine clearing kick out to the coach's box centre wing. Could have been a mark to Coates, but no. Umpire says play on. Kick inside forward 50 and a Rowbottom. Looks like Rowbottom's gone behind the ball to stop any sort of forward movement by Timboon. Rowbottom will kick it back. Looking for and finding Coates. Back to Wheel, and they'll change lanes. The full lane change here. Have Nirranda to Walsh. He's got Dalton, and he put Toby Dalton up. There's lots of one-on-ones forward of Toby Dalton.
Really smart by Big Rowie there, though. It's burnt up a minute of the clock.
Correct.
We've probably got 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes left, and he's just chewed up a bit from changing angles.
That's it. Paid a mark. How's that a mark to? Unless he's paid too high, but it was a mark spoiled by Giblin and Wag on Parrish. Thompson now kicks down the line. It's Dalton in the way. Dropped what he should have taken. Toby Dalton probably now gets a free kick for overplaying it. Did Bed Saunders on Toby Dalton, and he'll get the resulting free kick in his half back line. Toby Dalton look to just probably kick it down the line here to his big ruckman. If he doesn't mark it, he will go out of play. There's two of the big ruckmen there. Good work. Hugh Giblin gets to the front of the ball. Handball up to Stevens. Takes on the tackle. Great tackle. Robinson, but great tackle there by McGlair. And you weren't getting out of there, Louis Robinson. McGlair now squares it up. Finding
Hill, I believe.
White. Oh,
is it Hill? 28? No. This is White now.
White is 29. I've been calling White and Hill the same bloke.
Very similar physiques and numbers.
White now looking for love. Chiseling kick at the fall of the ball is Saunders. Now it's Thompson. Thompson snapping around the corner. He finally got one, Bailey Thompson, but it might be a bit late.
Yep.
And it was. That was the final play of the game. It sees Nirranda run out victors. 12-4-76. Beating Timboon 9-13-67 on the Matco Hire scoreboard. Well, it was a dour struggle today. Both teams had their chances. Simon?
Yeah.
Just the class of Nirranda ran out.
I think Timboon will walk away quite happy with it, Walks, though. It's a sign of where they're at, making some massive leaps forward. So a lot of growth still to come from Timboon. I think they'll be quite happy.
They'd be very happy with the way young Castledine played today. He played really well.
Yep. Much more positives than negatives for Timboon. I think they'll be disappointed, but can take away a lot of positives.
That's it. And what we'll do is we'll take this short break, and we'll be back with hopefully the song and maybe a on the ground interview, Liam.
Certainly will, mate. I have to get your jacket on, your woolies. We'll send you out there looking for it. But this is WDFNL Game Day from the Timboon Recreation Reserve. Nirranda edging out Timboon as after a pretty tough contest. We'll be back shortly.
Hi, Ben Cunnington here. When it comes to looking after my property, there's one place I trust, Bell's Garden Centre. They stock ride-on mowers from Ferris, Ariens and Country Clipper, plus small power equipment from Victor, Super Swift, Echo, Shindawa and Greenworks. With over 60 years combined servicing experience, they'll keep your gear running right. And it's not just machinery. Bells have everything for your garden, from giftware and pots to bird baths and concrete features. They even deliver anywhere across the southwest. So if you want the best for your yard, head to Bell's Garden Centre. They've got you covered.
At Solomon's Flooring, Terry has installed carpet for his mum and is giving the chance for another mum to win a voucher for $2,000. Carpet, tiles, blinds and much more. Yes, $2,000 to give away. See our Facebook page for details. National Tiles, Solomon's Flooring and Blinds, 1050 Raglan Parade.
Hi, I'm Roma Britnell and I'm your local Member of State Parliament. Together we can make the South West Coast an even better place to live. But I need you to let me know what's important to you. Only then can I truly understand your aspirations and be the best representative for you. Feel free to drop into my office and share your thoughts with me. I'm also online at romabritnell.com.au or catch me on social media. I'm here to work for you. Let's make it happen and let's make a difference.
G'day, Jeff Cook here at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool. We're more than just tyres. Our team not only specialise in helping you with your tyre needs, but other mechanical needs as well. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool has all the leading brands of tyres, including Hankook, Maxxis and BFG. Plus we also offer a number of wheel packages and wheel alignments. Get in touch with us at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool for your mechanical needs. We are more than just tyres at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool, Raglan Parade.
Oh, I forgot. What time's your meeting tomorrow morning?
Buddy, no. All new Hyundai Tucson. Tomorrow wants its car back.
If you're buying or selling a home, Gleeson Real Estate are here to help. The hard-working team at Gleeson are happy to support you right through the buying and selling process. Gleeson Real Estate, friendly faces, expert local knowledge.
Good tough contest today. Get the chocolates?
Yeah, they've improved a lot, Walks. That was a pretty tough game. There was a sort of period there in the last quarter I thought we were going to lose, so it's a pretty good contest. We've had a few weeks in a row now, so...
Yeah, well, it's only going to hold you in good stead. Obviously, you got a couple of injuries. I think Braden hurt himself, did he? And Brock Neal?
Yeah, I don't know what Brock done, but Harko hurt his hammy, and, you know, we lost Dylan Lees last week, so we've still got a few to come back in. So just managing all that at the moment, but it's just good to get a win, I suppose, and move forward.
No, that's it. Obviously, Harding into that side helps your forward structure as well.
Yeah, he's just a presence up forward. Today, I think we just kicked it to him and he marked everything, and he kicked pretty straight. What did we kick? 12-5, and he probably kicked 6 or 7 of them, and I don't kick many points either. No,
he didn't. But no, good win. You're building nicely. You normally leave your run a bit late, but you're starting it early this year, you blokes, which is good.
Yeah, just trying to bank a few early. Last year we lost too many games and we made it pretty hard. We don't want to finish outside the top 3. We're still good enough to win it, so we all know it, so we just got to get going a bit earlier.
No worries, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Well done on the victory. Good luck. Enjoy the shower. Back to you, Fitzy, after these short commercials. We'll be back to wrap up today's proceedings down here at Timboon. It's got quite brisk out here, but the ground's held up pretty well, which is good. So we'll be back after this short break, and we'll wrap up the game and a bit more around the grounds. Thanks.
At the Vet Group, we strive to provide you and your pet with a service of the highest standard, which is both compassionate and professional. Our aim is to keep your pet strong and healthy with timely preventative advice and treatment when required. Should your pet need emergency care, we are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Your pet is an important member of your family, and as such, we treat them with the respect and empathy that they deserve. The Vet Group, your local vet.
Through the race and out onto the arena, here is the toss. Tom gets the first possession, quick pass to Brett, drops the sitter, play on down the corridor, a cracking effort by Sam. Down the line to Tim with a sizzler, a turnover from Michael. Rachel gets it back, a chip kick to Charlotte, shakes off a tackle, back down the line to Sam, stacks on the mill, but he gets it out to Brett, he spins and bags a goal. Kerman's Hamburgers for the win, a fan favourite since 49.
At ASAP Local Plumbing, we know that when it comes to your home or business, you need a team that gets the job done right the first time. From expert hot water system installations to full septic tank and drainage solutions, we handle the heavy lifting so you don't have to. We're your go-to, trusted professionals for water quality and filtration.
A moment that lingers a little longer. Warm water under open sky. Quiet conversations over something beautiful. Time that feels unhurried and entirely hers. This Mother's Day, give wellness. A Deep Blue gift voucher at thedeepblue.com.au.
Welcome back to WDFNL Game Day from the Timboon Recreation Reserve. Nirranda, 12-4-76. Comfortable victors over Timboon, 9-13-67 after a little bit of a resurgence in that last quarter. Paul Walker, and good to have you back in the van, mate, and good to hear from Stace. Obviously very happy, and interesting what he said in that interview there, that they're aware that they didn't want to finish outside the top four, and they want to try and get a couple in the bank early. So they certainly did that today. But Timboon, I was impressed, mate. They came after them, didn't they?
Well, they did, and as we said in the pre-game, Timboon played this ground really well. Talking to James before the start of the game, he was very mindful of what this game is, how tight it could be, because Timboon have developed and have improved. Obviously today they had the inclusions of Nick Thompson from South Warrnambool and Finn Castledine, who Nick Thompson found his feet late in that second term, and then in the second half he was getting into his work quite nicely, was Nick Thompson. But it was just the class and the experience of Nirranda. They've, as Jeremy said, they've still got a few out, a few to come back. Just roughly off the top of my head, Johnny Paulin, Dylan Lees, obviously Harkness, by the sounds of things, may have just felt something in the hamstring. So, and there's a couple of others, Neil, but they're looking better than they were last year. They're getting older, so they know that if they finish outside the top three, they don't get the double chance, and they probably can't come from fourth like they've done in the past this year, just for the age of the gentleman. But it was a good game of football, 9 points. And Timboon had their chances, and obviously Bailey Thompson kicked one right on the final siren to get 3 for the day. But on any other day, he probably could have kicked 5 or 6 himself.
Yeah.
So, it was a great game of football. I liked the look of Jack Matthews as well in the ruck. He tried hard against the two big fellas, but it was just the experience. And being one out in the ruck himself all day, Rowbottom's experience, just using even in the last term, Rowbottom worked it out that there's a younger, smaller boundary umpire, and he took front position and won the contest. And a bit further down the ground, there was an older kid, he could throw it in further. He took back position and resulted in a goal and things like that. So Jack Matthews learned from the experience against 2 quality ruckmen as well. There's a lot of upside at Timboon. If you come to Timboon during the course of the season and come away with the 4 points, you're probably going to do better than most sides.
Absolutely, mate. And we're going to get some other area of the grounds results pretty soon as they're coming in. I haven't got the final score down at Allens, but I think they might have kicked away towards into that third quarter. But elsewhere around it was obviously a pretty light yarding this weekend for for the football.
The Good Friday game.
Yep.
And then obviously Kalora getting the points over Dennington due to the forfeit as well.
We can go down to the MAC though. I've got some results down there. Russells Creek, comfortable victors, 26-15, 171, defeating Pam New 8-7-55. So a good win there to the Creekers. Just going through some of the scores that we have. Looking at that, looks like Sammy Kelly kicked 9 goals.
Wow, good work, Sammy.
Lockie Chatterton kicked 7. Jiren Chatfield with 4. Tommy Smith with 2. And then singles to Jaya Cawthorne, Callum Dunn, Kyle Maloney, and Dylan Shekor. One of the names we struggled with.
Hang on a minute. One of the names I struggled with.
No, we all couldn't work it out, all of us. I think we were all just sort of having a crack at it, hoping we were right. No. But anyway, that was the case there. Obviously, we know the results down here, mate. We're obviously part of that game. And impressive result. Bailey Thompson leading the goals for the home side.
For the home side, Bailey Thompson with 3. Ben Saunders with 1. Tarkin Love with 1.
Oliver Delaney with 2.
Yeah, the kid with the lid with 2.
Yep.
For Nirranda, Nick Harding with 6.
Good bag of goals for Nick.
And then singles to Craven, Stacey, Stevens, Wilshire, the Sam variety, Hugh Giblin and Toby Dalton. So they'd be happy that the new coaches in Beard and Wilshire, James Wilshire, be happy with the fact that he got through today as well himself. But they've got a bit of a question mark over Brock Neal and the quarterback in Braden Harkness as well. Running through the best players for the losers, I reckon it's been pretty tough, but I'm going to mention Jack Matthews. He was really good. I thought Finn Castledine was really good too. Kid with the lid, Ollie Delaney. He worked his way into it. The veterans in Ben Newey and Ash Hunt. Even though he had a almost day, I think the best player, the most dangerous player on the ground for Timboon was Bailey Thompson with his 3 out of 9, which could have quite comfortably have been 6 or 7. He had that many shots on goal, and he will kick a bag of 6 or 7, maybe even a 10-goal game. He's that good. He gives a chance. So the best player for the winners, for the losers, I should say, and the home side, I thought was Bailey Thompson. For the winners, to kick half the score, I thought Nick Harding was in their best players.
Bonus points for the bit of drama there with the pretended handball. For those that missed it, we thought he was about to give the handball away. Yeah, but then I think a couple of the judges, better but myself in the front, were like, no, surely not.
He was never going to handball it
Never
off,
going
and
to.
It's instant dismissal from the Full Forwards Association if he does. Anyway.
Spoken by the Chief President, Paul Walker.
I think there's a few blokes that are higher than me up the
food chain.
The Full Forwards Associations than me, but I will always be a member of the Full Forwards Association. Yes. Also, in the best players for Nirranda, we digressed there, Fitzy.
We did.
Will Rowbottom, just his experience around the ground. Hugh Giblin gives him a decent old chop out, and Hugh Giblin's developing as well.
Yeah.
Louis Robinson got into his work really well. Was very crucial in and under, and there's so many others that could be mentioned. I thought Jeremy Stacey played really well as well, but I thought the best player on the ground was the number 1 in Danny Craven. I thought he played really, really well. When it was tight and in tight, he was good for most of the day. And looking at my little list, he was there. Like, I could have tossed it up between him and Jeremy Stacey, so it doesn't really matter who it was. But yeah, I thought Craven was the one I drew out of the hat first.
But one thing that sticks out for me, mate, is just, how deep we're going this season as far as quality. Like, last year was sort of top 5 and anything sort of outside that, it was a bit of a full-blown conclusion. But this year, we're starting, everything's really level.
Yeah, anyone can win on their day. And if you're and it's very much getting like the AFL. If you're off by 10% mentally and you take a side, go in a bit half-baked, you're going to get beaten.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, and as I say, you come down to Timboon, if you walk away with 4 points coming out of the game from Timboon, you've done well, and you've probably picked up 4 points on the rest of the competition. So Nirranda, that was a 9-point victory. They'll be extremely happy to get the 4 points and go away. I'm not sure who they play next week. I don't have the record. I must have given you the record at half-time.
I've just seen, I'm just on, obviously I've got a few contacts around the place, and I've just seen that Allensford sort of won by 30 points-ish.
30 points-ish. And that shows that South Rovers have come along
absolutely
in leaps and bounds from where they were last year.
We saw them last week, mate, and it was brilliant the way that they played. It was a really tight contest, and obviously old Collegians and Rovers, they matched up really well. Yeah. So and this is again, last year when you would say, old Collegians and Rovers matching up well, you wouldn't have even imagined it. So
that's right.
and credit to South Rovers too, because you only need to look at the unfortunate stuff happening at Dennington. It's tough out there with numbers and obviously trying to field a senior side, but South Rovers have come from almost a
very similar position.
Very similar position last year, and even particularly on the scoreboard, you were seeing some of those score lines last year where they were getting 1 and 2 points to massive.
They were getting a cricket score scored against them.
Absolutely, they were, and then this year they're up and about and really knocking on the door. So it's an unprecedented turnaround, and it just goes to show the culture of the club. And I reckon that the same thing will happen with Dennington. They'll obviously need to work out where they're going. Are you right there, tooting the horn?
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I'm just tooting the horn, waving to someone.
Gee, you're unbelievable. But I'm just saying, they're obviously going to try and keep a reserve side up, Dennington, this year.
And the thing is with Dennington, they've got to bite the bullet now. So someone like Tim Condon, you need to come out and say, Tim Condon, and this is just me thinking, Tim Condon will be our coach for the next 5 years.
Yep.
Okay, so at least they've got some stability.
Yep.
With their senior coach.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's 3 years or whatever, they need to come out and say, Tim Condon is our man. And my understanding is the way he spoke at the meeting that Dennington had, he spoke like he is their man.
Yep.
So he's
and
brought
the people
into
you
the
want.
Dennington history. And obviously Tim Condon's come from a long history of success being a Pam Muir man when they were strong as well. So he's I believe, and this is just my opinion, I believe Tim Condon could be a very, very, very good coach.
Mm-hmm.
And could be. He is a very good coach.
Yep.
And if he gets some cattle, he's going to be an even better coach.
For sure.
So, they have their man anyway at Dennington.
Absolutely, and that's great news. Walks, couple of our awards for the day. That's very, very important. We need to decide on who our Kerman's Hamburger Player of the Day is, and our QX3 Goal of the Day, and our Kelly Screamer.
Kerman's Hamburger Player of the Day goes to Nirranda's #1 in Danny Craven.
Beautiful.
QX3, the Kelly Screamer goes to Tarkin Love, the one-handed
that was amazing.
In the second term.
Yep.
And there was no real standout. Oh, you know what? Bugger it. I'm going to give it to Nick Harding for feigning the handball and then snapping a goal.
So a backhanded award.
Yeah, backhanded award.
Love it. Beautiful.
Yeah, so Nick Harding gets the QX3 Goal of the Day for the banana snap.
Banana nana.
And the bit of theatre by feigning the handball that he was never going to give. So just before we go, Liam, a shout out to all the mums out there. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Sandra. My mum, Pauline,
out down in Port Arlington. I hope you have a great day. And, to all the mums out there, happy Mother's Day.
They've always got your back, don't they, mate?
They do.
No matter what happens. So, no, we're very lucky. Everyone's very lucky to have someone in their life. You don't even need to be a biological mother now, mate. Could be aunties, uncles, cousins, right. Just a matriarch of your family. It's it's important to acknowledge them. That's for sure.
That's exactly right.
Walks, where are we going next week, mate? Have we made a decision? We obviously got to.
Well, you've got the record in the back there. We highlighted.
We've got a couple of games highlighted, and I'm just going to try and find where it is that you've done it, because I did throw it down and I don't know where it is. But
I might actually be up here with me, mate. So
it could be.
Next week's game will be at the Davidson Oval. We'll go and have a look at Collegians and Panmure.
Yeah, good game.
Out at the Davo. We were tossing up between Allansford and Merivale, but I think we'll do Collegians and Nirranda and Merivale the following week.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, we'll stand by. And then hopefully we'll try and get a selectors show up and about. It's we've been saying it every week. We did. It's almost carbon copy with last year, didn't it?
Yeah.
We were teasing it, but once we got going, we were going. So
well, that's right. It's been tough this time of year with the races and
100%. But we might try and fire one off this week. Are you available this week,
I'm
Walks?
sure I'll be able to find time.
And it's just Nick Mills. He's becoming more and more precious as this fame's getting to him. Yes. I reckon he's more and more unavailable. And we just need to just get him to commit, don't we?
He does. We need commitment.
He could be back next week.
He could well be back next week.
but I don't know if he will be coming to the game if we're not doing the Allenford one. So
don't know.
We might need to. But hey, how good was Simon today?
He was really good, and would be happy to help out if we do games this side of Warrnambool.
Yeah,
so
and I think, but
he was really good, and he's a former player, so he still gets the game. Obviously, I've been a long time out of football myself, but Simon played last year, did a hamstring, and
but like this is what we say, like, to anyone that watches and tunes in Clubland, we don't need a caller. Well, we did last week, and mind you, Simon Lucas did a stellar job of that last week.
Josh Lucas.
Sorry, Josh Lucas. Yeah, sorry, merging the two.
Merging the two.
Did well, and just someone to be able to chip in so Walks can get out of the car and have a stretch, and do whatever else he does.
Take a breath.
Yeah, exactly. And so get in contact with your club and get in contact with us. Yeah, just us directly. As I say, the more voices we have, the better. And it always makes for a fantastic broadcast. But Walks,
we don't take each other seriously.
And we always like to get stuck into someone that can't necessarily pronounce his words very often.
Which is me.
And names.
Yeah. I butcher the English language as good as anyone.
I think you've created a new name out this one.
Gout.
Yeah.
But
just enjoy it, mate.
Yeah, enjoy it.
All right, let's wrap things up. Thank you very much to all our advertisers, our sponsors. Shout out to Roma Britnell MP and Solomon's Flooring National Tiles, Dee and Terry in Warrnambool. They've obviously got a Mother's Day giveaway going on at the moment. So if you need to try and get your mum some curtains, I think it's $2,000. You're up for grabs down there at Solomon's. So all you need to do is jump onto their Facebook page, like it. And I think it might be drawn tomorrow. So
wow.
You've still got 24 hours to be able to jump on there and be part of that competition. And anyone else that likes to jump on board, obviously you get some great exposure in between goals and during the quarter breaks. We'd love to hear from you. So jump in touch. But for now, from all of us at Wdfnl Game Day, we'll wrap things up and we'll see you next week.
And it's bye for now.
Game Day on Fitz Media Live. Brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Kick off the ground by Dukas, it's a goal!
The Vet Group.
Porter left foot snap it, goal, and there's Maribel first.
Gleeson Real Estate.
It's a goal, and it's another one.
And member for South West Coast, Roma Britnell. Game Day on Fitz Media Live.